should be live. Just gotta
check and make
check
sure.
here. Yep.
Alright, so we should be streaming. Hello to everyone out there. Welcome back to this playthrough of Super Robot Wars Z2 Saisei. I'm Ryu. This is Zero.
I've shot, but okay.
So, just to go ahead and quickly recap here. Last time we were here, Crowe wound up going off, and being able to draw out the full power of his sphere thanks to his fight against the Knight of Knights, Gerard. Gerard has since passed on his machine to Wayne, the young hot-blooded knight guy we've seen a bunch of times before. And Crowe has a new unit. We asked for recommendations, and we didn't really get any, so we decided to go with the less commonly seen unit, the Li-Brasta R. It's now a melee super robot. It looks fine. So that's a thing. For today's adventures, we have a route split here. We have not gotten any responses to the route split either, so if no one else chimes in chat before we get there, we're probably going to head up to space to make Setsuna a better person and to get the new Gundam very quickly. Because let's be honest, it's the new. Alright. Ptolemaeus briefing room. Alright, Felt. Give me the damage reports. Let's see. Oh, yes. From what Mrs. Wang Liu Mei has been able to tell us, apparently the attack... Let's see. The attack came from some sort of supermassive laser located above the orbital ring. The capital of Teribia has been completely wiped out by it. Let me see. If I remember correctly, Talbia was one of those small areas that attempted to liberate themselves from the Britannian Union after the destruction incident. And as a result, they wound up trying to obtain independence from the Federation after its foundation as well. There are the events that happened in Asdistan earlier as well. The Earth Federation, or rather the A-Laws, have been attempting to squash any sparks of rebellion before they can spread, so it would seem. To think that they would do something like that, well, we've been preparing to take on Islam. And to top it off, rather than attacking an outside foe, they turned it against their companions. Let's see. What are you describing the weapon as? Memento Mori, because in all honesty, I think that's a far larger threat. Describing it as a strategic weapon. Okay. This is completely opposite their stated goal of peacekeeping. At this point in time... blah, blah, blah. At this point in time, all signs from that satellite weaponry have gone completely silent. It looks as though they need a fair amount of time to charge again, so consecutive shots cannot be fired. However, since we don't know when a second shot will go off, we need to respond quickly. However, it would be too dangerous to send everyone up there. If we make a mistake, we could be the ones wiped out by that second shot. See. If that's the case, we'll need one group to head off and deal with that satellite weapon, and another one to stay here on the ground. Mr. Muragi, how shall we split the teams? I've already made a plan. See. We'll keep the force on the ground here. Thinking about ground use forces here, we'll have the Ikaruga and the Tower as the main battleships. We'll leave the Takeda General Company, the 21st Century Defense Corporation, Tetsujin, the the Mazinger and Venus, the Black Knights and Shirko. Oh, remember the people from Japan? Jiren and the others from the Dark Continent, and the Getter team. In addition, we'll leave the Crusher Squad, Baldios, Grand Knights and G-Soldiers, Team D, God Sigma, and the Big O. So we'll have the super robots as the core, and the people who are specialized in ground combat, Well then, the team that's heading up to destroy the satellite weaponry will be the Ptolemaios 2 and the Macross Quarter. Aquarian with the SMS, Firebomber, the various Gundams, and then Kay and Renton, correct? I see. Thinking about how we're dealing with a satellite weapon, we're placing an emphasis on mobility for them. As usual, we'll have Crowe choose which way he wants to go. At this point in time, we can't make even a single mistake. As soon as our preparations are done, everyone needs to launch. Miss Sumeragi, Captain Jeffrey, I pray for your good luck. Our enemies aren't just the A-Laws. You guys need to be careful too. Scott Labs research. And so I need to go ahead and head off immediately here. Well then, which squadron are you going to head off with? The people who are going to stay here on the ground are based around super robots. It'll be Gainer and Giron, the Black Knights and the others. They're going to be heading across the Pacific Ocean towards Japan. The squad that's going to be heading up towards the satellite weaponry will be we'll have the Gundams and Valkyries as the main squad, and head up to space as is. Well, whether it's land combat or space combat, the Li-Brasta shouldn't have any problems. You're the one who's got to choose. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. You've come in at an opportune time. It is exactly the time when we must choose. Which path do we take? Do we stay here on the ground to deal with problems on Earth, or do we head up to space to deal with the satellite weaponry that the A-Laws have been dealing with? We haven't had any input from viewers, so at this point in time we're thinking about going up to space.
Primarily to get the new early.
Yes. One of the reasons is because you get the new on the first stage, and another is that it makes the Ptolemaios less bad in case we have to use it. There are 2 secrets on the other route, but we've already completely failed one of them, and the other one is just an item.
A decent item, but an item nonetheless. Alright, space it is.
To space! Besides, I mean, you can't just leave satellite weaponry alone.
Well, you can, but it's a really bad idea.
That it is. It also has a stage I absolutely love, because anyone who is not an ace will pretty much be an ace by the end of it. I've decided. I'll join the group heading up to space. Be careful, Crowe. Even though you've taken out Insulam's number 1, they'll still be likely to target you in the Li-Brasta. There's what happened to Esther as well. If they want to pick a fight with us, I'll be more than happy to take it on. Don't forget your debt either. After all, well, if you fail to pay it off, this slab's gonna go under. I've got it. For both freedom, peace, and saving my allies and my debt, I'll do everything I can. No, I'll always give my best, yes. Stargazer's only in one game? That's sad. I like the Stargazer Gundam. Yes. Oh, come on. You're doing way too poorly at trying to copy that catchphrase. Master. Teacher. What's going to happen to Insulam and its Arcsabers from now on? Margaret's disappeared, and I'm the only High Knight left. What should I do? You are here, Wayne? Your Highness. See. Although it may only be a formality at this point, here I would like to declare you to be the new Knight of Knights, and grant you the Diamud. Please wait a minute. That is what Lord Gerard asked, but this is something that I have decided as Prince. Swear here, Wayne Riptel. That you, as the Knight of Knights, shall give everything you have for the resurrection of Insalam. I swear, on the name of the Knight of Knights, and my pride as a knight. To Insalam and the pilot of the whole King's machine, I shall offer up my life, and give everything I have for the King's victory. Well said, Wayne. From today on, we shall repair this kingdom. However, you may laugh. To think that the prince who was so useless until yesterday would say something like that out of nowhere. Even though I've made up my mind, my heart is quivering with fear. Your Highness, but we must do it. For Gerard. No. For the sake of all those who have died, and for the citizens who still live. For that sake, Wayne, lend me your strength. Your Highness, you should not bow your head before one such as me. I'm counting on you, Wayne. Your Highness. Understood. I shall offer everything I have to you. No. That's wrong. The reason you're fighting shouldn't be for my sake, but for the sake of Insalam. Yes. Let us go, Wayne. Before all remaining Arcsabers, let me proclaim the new Knight of Knights. And then we shall all swear for the resurrection of this land.
I guess the only reason it's not in I as well is the Stargazer's not exactly, how do you put it, a
combat-oriented?
Yeah.
I mean, it can do really cool combat stuff with its Voiture Lumiere. Probably really butchered that. But with its propulsion
Wings
system.
of light. Yeah, sure. Kills.
Yeah. I still don't think it's quite as cool as the Victory Wings of Light. Because, I mean, seriously, if you've looked up the stats of the Victory, the Wings of Light are so broken.
Of course
It's a kilometer-long weapon that's formed from the suit's exhaust. That just seems... I mean, even for space battles, a kilometer-long weapon seems ridiculous.
Not to mention that you're talking about the Victory 2, right?
Yes.
Blanked out for a second there. Not to mention the fact that the Victory 2 can also move at the speed of light, if that wasn't enough.
But could the pilot keep up with it?
Yes.
Seems unlikely to me. So, all 4 of the Celestial Being Gundams are going to be deployed, it seems.
Yes, unfortunately.
Well, it's because they're about to get new weaponry.
Still, unfortunately. Which means I should...
Could the pilot keep from being killed by the Victory's full speed?
Well, given the series' victory, I'm going to say no.
Since Victory is known for being especially, violent, depressing, kill 'em all Tomino.
From what I've seen people talk about, it's not actually that depressing. Because to be depressing, you'd have to get to know the characters first. But they all die so quickly that you don't even get to know them.
I'm just thinking about how I saw the really stupid thing with the Victory 2. One of the pilots in one of the Victory 2 core modules wound up throwing it under, basically going on a suicide attack against an enemy battleship. And, you know, it worked, but the guy, the next episode, the ship he threw himself against was like, wow, you know, we can probably have this fixed up in about, couple of hours, couple of days. Yeah. And not only did they lose, the heroes lose a valuable pilot, they also lost one of the only 2 core setups they had for a Victory 2.
Alright.
Glorious.
Now,
Hi, Coney. So, off to the next map.
Bandai soon shall own all of Gundam.
Or at least they put out a bid for it. Palace in Salam Bridge. What are you intending, Your Highness? To make when Reptile the Night of Nights? We only have a single High Knight left. At this point, your title of Night of Nights is nothing more than a decoration. After all, now that we have perfected the Giga Atomons, there is no need for those old knights. Silence, hag. Lord Wayne, what are you saying against your Prime Minister? What would you know of the Night of Nights? Of the battles of knights? Silence, Wayne. Is that what one of the Arcsabers who fights for Islam should be saying? Let's see. And remember this. I am the one who granted you Arcsabers the power to be able to fight. Ambrone. Knights are nothing more than a relic of the past now. The ones that shall create the future for Islam are Ambrone Zeus. Yes? Forgive me. What? The fact that you were forced to go so far was all because I was unskilled. No. Something along those lines? Yes. What? Things must have been difficult to survive on, despite the many sins you must have committed. The source of all of it was the weakness of the royal family. If we had had the strength back then, you wouldn't have been forced to utilize those forbidden arts. Your Highness, what are you saying? Everything that you have hidden from me. Confess before me all of your sins, Ambrone. I shall take them on alongside you. I haven't! At any rate. See. The fault was not your own, Your Highness. It was due to that monster that appeared from another world. The key of destruction! Ambrone. Yes? I shall forgive everything. Your Highness? See. Just like the all-encompassing sun, the love a king has for his citizens. Just like the all-encompassing warmth of the sun, a king must love his citizens and offer everything he has. That's what's etched on the Holy King's machine. Please, Ambrone, tell me everything. Yes. Huh? What's happening here? That old lady always seems so tough, but she looks like a little kitten now. Lady Marilyn. Yes? As one of our top combatants for now, I would like for you to hear this as well. For the sake of Insalam's resurrection. Understood. You have my thanks. Oh, what is this? Something about that prince is different than yesterday. This is the first time I've felt like this. Now then, let us begin. From this moment on, ours, Insalam's true battle is about to begin. The people of that world may not forgive invaders such as Insalam. In that case, the only thing that I can do is to turn myself into a demon for the sake of victory here. Back to the Pacific Ocean. Ptolemaeus 2. Alright, and with this we should have finished equipping the new gear for all of our Gundams that we've received for Celestial Beings bases. So we were somehow able to make it before we made it up to space, huh? With this, our firepower should have increased. All that's left is to carry out the mission plan Miss Sumragi Lee Noriega came up with. But... let's see. It's more difficult than we could possibly expect. It looks as though the A-Laws have readied quite the number of forces around the satellite weaponry. Yeah, we're going to have to go all out. That satellite weapon. They called it Memento Mori, right? What a stupid name they've given it. What do you mean? In Latin, if you translate it from Latin, it means don't forget, you'll someday die. Something along those lines. Not the most poetic way of phrasing it, but... yes, Memento Mori, remember you are mortal.
Remember you are mortal, remember you are man.
Yes.
As Persona 3 put it.
You should take from the fact that you could die at any moment, and that you should live your life with everything you've got. To put a name like that on a weapon? Those A-Laws guys. Those A-Laws. No, the Innovators. Do they think they're some kind of gods? If that's the case, then we just have to defeat them. Yeah. Whether it's an all-out assault or sniping in the dark, I'll do it. Please be careful, Lyle. Don't worry, Anu. They're all... oh. I've got a fair amount of faith in my skills. Did you just call him Lyle? What? My name was supposed to be a secret, wasn't it?
Are you speaking of the Hyper Mega Bazooka Launcher?
Big honking laser guns for space guns.
High Mega Particle Cannon?
Well, yeah.
However many adjectives we can stack onto this weapon?
Yeah. All I can say is, this is just a sign of Ribbon Allmark's... Ribbon's Allmark's, what's the word I'm looking for?
Lack of creativity?
No, I wasn't going to say lack of creativity. I was going to say it's reflective of his ego, his pride, his hubris. Yeah. We already knew your name anyway, though. You've been doing pretty well, haven't you, Lock-On? My maiden's intuition is saying something. Are the two of them lovers? Yes. Lyle? At a time like this, you ought to be open about it. After all, if I didn't do that, Michelle and Pierre would try and hunt you down, wouldn't they? But when did they? That's not something you should say, Alleluia. When it comes to me and Mary, we've been like that since before we were turned into super soldiers. It's not exactly if we were asking for your story. Well, Leah's just a bit strange. Those two really do suit each other. I'm guessing Crowe's congratulating here, but... what is he saying? But it's a shock, isn't it, Lock-On? For someone like you who doesn't get along well with women, I may seem a bit pitiful. Well, but if you're trying to give me your blessings, couldn't you think of a better way of saying it? This is a huge incident. I've got to make sure to take out Memento Mori quickly so that I can mail everyone back on Earth. It's not something that important. I know. But someday, I definitely want to let everyone else know about it. And for that sake, this operation, we must make sure it succeeds. Even Setsuna? Isn't it fine, Anil? Just means we've got one more reason we can't lose. Alright, all members of the crew, we've issued an emergency warning. Memento Mori started to move. Let's see. Just a couple of minutes ago, a part of the Federation military has decided to stage an anti-A-Laws coup. What? Coup d'etat. Let's see. It's begun on the tower, or in Africa, and a linked orbital station. Wait a minute. There are citizens living in that tower, aren't there? But even so, from Miss Wang Liu Mei has sent us. Let's see. The leaders of the coup d'etat have sent message to the citizens living in the tower. We'll go ahead and broadcast that now. This timing. See. Do they intend to make use of what's happening at make use of Memento Mori to put an end to everything? No. They're using what's going on with Memento Mori and what happened as Asan as a trigger. The Allies have their main forces concentrated out in space to protect Memento Mori. So they're exploiting that? So it would seem. The orbital station of the African Tower. Let's see. To all citizens of the African Tower, I am a member of the Federation Military Strategic Department. Captain Pong Hercules?
It's 00, I wouldn't doubt it.
Okay. Along with my compatriots, we have taken over this station. Our goal is one. Our goal is a single one.
What did you say you thought his name was?
Pong Hercules. Pa-ng-gu. That's what it was.
Looking up. It'll probably get me the close enough name. Pang Hercury.
Hercury?
Hercury.
Cutie. I would think that would be Hercules. Cutie.
That's more of a name than Pong Hercules, at least.
Yes.
Still not good.
Let's see. Our one and only goal is for the Federation government to admit the wrongdoings of their independent and peacekeeping squadron, the laws, and put an end to their rampaging. I want, for those of the, in the name of taking out anti-government forces, do you know how many hundreds of slaughters they've caused? In addition, just the other day, the country of Holvians, South America, had their capital destroyed by the Outlaw's orbital weapon, Memento Mori. However, you didn't know any of these, did you? Through the Federation government's control of information, they were able to set up a false peace and manipulate society into keeping everything the same. Let's see. In order to make this truth known to the world, we'll be borrowing you as a shield for a while. I do not care if you come to resent us. However, this at least I shall promise. We in the military are supposed to exist to protect this peace and safety of the citizens. Let's see. If the government is wrong, or if there's a military squadron that's acting out of line, taking them down is our mission as members of the military. It looks as if it's begun. With this, the world will move again, exactly as we wish. Let's see. Since the revolution has begun... No, since the Industrial Revolution? Since the Industrial Revolution, when humanity learned to mechanize things, they had already begun their path to destruction. Though some great heroes to guide the way may have shown up for a couple of decades, it's the world always descended into chaos once more. That is the world. History of the world. Of humanity. Humanity hasn't learned anything from the past. In that case... And that's exactly why Ilya Schoenberg wound up creating Innovators. Those who are more than human shall wind up saving them. And then they shall prepare for the world to come. We are the only ones who can do that. It seems as though you've forgotten. That I saved you? Something like that. What did you do, Ribbons? It seems you've forgotten that I created you. In other words, I am your creator. You're saying that you gave birth to Regen Regetta? That's right. And it wasn't just Regen. In other words, all of the Innovators are like children to me. See, the one who shall guide humanity will not be the Innovators, but me, Ribbon Zalmark. Do you intend to play a god? It's exactly as I've said many times before. I'm not trying to play God. I am the god who will create a new world. Don't make me laugh. What point is there in a created world where any people have been sacrificed for it? The one who creates something like that isn't a god. It's just... The one who would create something like that isn't a god. They're just a dictator. How dare you, Amuro? No matter how impressive you may be, there are things that it's alright to say and things you should never say. I already know what you're planning on doing with that Memento Mori. As expected of the new type, you were able to sense my quantum brainwaves? I don't need something like that. I'm a half-rate villain like you. Anyone could understand them. And after all, I don't think they've reached your ears, have they? Pitiful screams of the people you've slaughtered. The voice of life, you say? Back when I was a child... Back when I was young, there's a weapon like that that killed a lot of people. And I felt it when it happened. The people's life melting away into that hateful light. Can your quantum brainwaves not sense that? After all, quantum brainwaves are something that only the chosen can possess. Those who died from Memento Mori have no articulate or qualities deserving that. I knew it. You aren't really an innovator. At all, are you? Need to come up with a way to say that. Says you aren't an innovator, using the term innovator. And then says in Japanese, you aren't an innovator. So yes, he's not an innovator with a capital I, or an innovator with a lowercase I.
You're not an innovator or an inventor?
No, because it's not inventing that's important. It's the, change.
Renovating? I don't know.
It's not supposed to be a joke. It's supposed to be serious. What? The sort of person you say who's supposed to lead humanity and reform them for a new era. You don't have any right to do that. You aren't an innovator. And you're not even a human. A Muro Ray. How unfortunate. As a purebred like yourself, I thought you would be the one and only person who could understand me. Yeah. But you've made me angry. That pride-filled way of speech. You really are a dangerous existence. This pain. Are these Amuro's quantum brainwaves? Ribbons, If you really were a true innovator like you say, you would be able to stop me without using something like a gun. Very well, Amuro. Your mobile suit is in the hangar. Go where you please. But someday you will know. The fact that you left me was a mistake. The next time we meet will be on the battlefield. Well, someday you'll be destroyed by this. But I'm not the one who will take you out. The one who will be a true innovator. A true innovator? How amusing, Amuro. But I would not permit one such as that to exist. The one who has inherited Julius Schoenberg's plan, the one to guide humanity, will be me.
Sure, Ribbon.
Sure. Out to the orbital station. African Tower. Captain Hercule, I've brought along the pilots of the shades that infiltrate the African Tower. That man is an old acquaintance of mine. I guess the Federation just pushed the job of negotiator onto him. Hello, Sergei Smirnov. It's been a while, Bear of Russia, Captain Sergei Smirnov. Let's see. As the representative of the Federation and government, I've come here to deal with you. Let's see. Unfortunately, the Federation government isn't willing to give in to any of your demands. Neither the liberation of the Federation Council or the acceptance of the anti-government movements. Let's see. I recommend you hurry up and surrender. Did you come all this way just to say that? Now that the government's information network has clamped down on you, your broadcast won't reach the outside world. So why would you drag up those innocent civilians into this? They aren't innocent here. Let's see. In the name of peace and prosperity, they followed this Federation government without wondering a single thing about it. The only reason that the Allies are allowed to exist is because of the foolishness of those civilians. They must be awakened, no matter how much sacrifice it takes. So I suppose with this our conference is at an end. And go back down and tell the headquarters what you want. Even if we shall fight down to the last man. At this rate, the Allies are going to attack. Set their automatons to kill mode. So they're just going to turn the citizens into sacrifices, huh? If you understand that, then why would you do this? The military should never involve civilians in their problems. Someday they shall be freed. But in order to do that, they must know the cruelty and tyranny of the A-laws. What? I thought I'd told you. No matter how many sacrifices are made, the civilians must be awakened to the dangers. That pain they feel from this shall eventually be directed at the Federation government, and can grow larger and stronger. Hercule. See, both the government and the military only exist because of the citizens. And if it winds up awakening them, I'll gladly bear the sacrifice and be discarded. You were thinking that far ahead when you took them hostages, huh? The government will most likely wind up labeling us as anti-government terrorists. However, so long as a large group of the official military has staged a coup d'etat, even the civilians will start to question the government. However, no matter how much the Federation tries to cover it up, the truth will eventually come to light. That's why I involved these civilians. I don't think the A-Laws will care about what you're thinking. However, the place where we are right now is one of the orbital elevators, which has become indispensable to humanity's life. No matter how crazy the A-Laws may be, they couldn't destroy a tower like this. After all, the 60,000 civilians living here are proof of what we're doing. Open your eyes, Hercule. Well, the A-Laws aren't of kind as to stop at something like that. Their information control, they've got the entire world on their side. And since they've decided that they're in the right, they'll definitely do something. But, while all eyes are on us here down on Earth, I'm certain that they'll do something about Memento Mori. They'll? You know, that special independent task force that's been charged with overseeing the government. ZEXIS. Chapter 32. Assault on Memento Mori.
Oh yeah, that looks safe. Oh, and he's here.
Howl as you wish, Pung Hercules. See, the lightning of the gods is about to fall on you. In the name of Memento Mori. We'll go ahead and finish this up with a single shot. Both those anti-Federation fools and Islam shall all be silenced by Memento Mori. Can you hear me, Ensign Lint? Memento Mori is commencing a particle charge. Understood, Lieutenant, Jejen. Jejen? Whatever. How are ZEXIS's movements? It appears as though they split into multiple groups, with one heading towards Japan and another ascending. Everyone be careful about the Macross quarters movements. Let's see. If they wind up moving their cannon to maximum power, even from that position they should be able to strike Memento Mori. Understood. However, when it comes to super long distance sniping, I don't think their cannons will be able to match it. And in addition, I am in command of the defensive line here. It's completely impossible for them to break through. All we need to do is wait for the charge to finish. What? There's attack from inside the atmosphere. One Black-class ship has been destroyed. I thought I told you to be careful about that Macross cannon. No. Oh. What took it down was a punch? A punch? Celestial being. Why did you get into our range?
Oh, the Aquarian's punch.
Enemy battleships approaching at an incredibly high speed. We cleared the first stage of the operation. We were able to throw them in enemy battleships into chaos by taking out one of them with the Aquarian's Mugen punch. And while the enemy is shocked, the Ptolemy wound up sneaking in. A crazy plan as always. Still have to be careful. We've only succeeded at the first step here. Confirm Memento Mori. So really that is a particle condensing weapon on the orbital ring. Anew. We're going to charge it towards Memento Mori at top combat speed. Yes. This is all Gundam units. In order to fully destroy Memento Mori, we need more precise data. Let's see. For the sake of gathering data, Ptolemy has to approach Memento Mori. All units, back us up! Mission confirmed. Sasuna, we've equipped a GN Sword 3 on the Double O Riser. With that, you ought to be able to activate the Twin Drive's Riser system. Saji, I'll leave the Twin Drive maintenance to you. Yeah! In order to destroy that Memento Mori thing, even all. Kerim, Arios, Sarvi, you're all but equipped with GN heavy weapons. We're counting on you. I'll shoot it down. For you sick as well. Lyle. Our time limit is 5 minutes. Before that happens, we need to take out the enemy flagship and get to Ptolemy close to Memento Mori. Is that the target point? We'll take out the surrounding enemies so that the Ptolemy can get there. The quarter should rendezvous with us in about 2 minutes. Till that point, we've got to hold out. See. We won't let those lighters hog all the glory here. No. We need those licensor support. Get them out here. Let's go. Mission start. So within 5 turns, destroy Lind and get the Ptolemy S2 to the designated point. Don't let the battleship die. Don't let Setsun die. Don't let 6 turns pass. SR point is within 5 turns. Clear all enemies and fulfill the victory conditions.
Wait, the other 3 can die?
Yeah.
Okay.
Setsun is the only important one.
That's good to know.
So quickly. We now have GN Heavy Weapon equipped. Decent. Not great, but decent. And also, he has the extra Trans Am attack.
Which is important.
Pinpoint sniping, and consecutive fire. The 00 has the Trans Am Riser Sword map attack. And Trans Am Riser Sword.
Which is
very
nice
powerful.
and strong.
Arios has the GN Heavy Weapon, now it's 2nd strongest. And the Cervi has the Seraphim Separation attack, which we've never used, because it got that a while back. And has GN Heavy Weapon map attack.
That looks like the best one of those.
And also just one final check. Ptolemaeus does not have Trans Am yet. So,
I thought you had to be at a specific will to get Trans Am active anyway.
well, yes, but considering that Setsuna may already be at high will... no, he's not. Yes, you need to be at a high enough will.
Is it 110 or 120?
130.
130.
This isn't a mission. This is my job! This is his fight. Just fight the mobile dolls. Hello, Paw. Come over here. Come on, Paw.
Level up, because everyone else is super low level.
Hello. So, this is our cat who caused us to not stream last week. This is Paw. He's doing much better. His tail actually seems to be healing. So, that's a good thing. We are happy to know you are doing alright, Paw.
Now it's not great.
Feel free to head off if you wish, kitty, but...
Wow, you are heavy.
Yes, he's putting almost all of his weight onto you.
Onto my kneecap. It might break at this rate. Nope.
Good Paw.
He weighs a healthy about 15 pounds.
How are you, kitty?
What is that?
Feel free to leave if you like. What?
Now I'll see next turn.
The ship. Oh, hey, GN Heavy Weapon.
Yeah.
So let's see, a GN Heavy Weapon attack from the Karadim.
Which I need to level up the... I need to level up Lock-On, and I need to upgrade Lock-On's unit.
GN Shield Bit's not doing anything.
To save anew.
Okay. So I guess that blue stuff. GN Bits, commence attack, commence attack. That looks pretty decent. Yeah, that GN Heavy Weapon looks pretty decent. It's just using the submachine gun.
Sure.
Oh, that's sad.
What?
It was very little over.
What do you mean?
the GN field.
Ah.
It was just slightly over what the GN field can handle.
Next turn, or the turn after, will be a lot better for me, because 3 out of my 5 units are...
GN heavy weapon.
No. I did not trust that chance.
And you had focus on, didn't you?
Yes.
Fun.
They're barely upgraded. And all of the characters are probably 10 levels too low.
Yeah.
Not as big a deal as in Fire Emblem, but...
But you need to keep trucking on. Those units. The Innovators?
Not the reinforcements I was
Looks like you're having a bit of
see.
trouble. Hello, Ensign Uberlint. Well, against them, it's only to be expected. Compared to Captain Mannequin, you're a step or two below her. Let's go, Divine. You gotta take revenge for Bring. But before that, you need to carry out our duties as an innovator. The Innovator's mobile army is approaching Ptolemy. Hurry and dodge. No, there's too much of a difference in speed. No! That Gundam is... as if I'd let you!
Ah, yes, the
Fin Funnel.
Build Divers Re-Rise new Xeon Gundam thing is piloted by someone who calls himself Captain Xeon.
And is wearing a superhero outfit. Yes.
And it wasn't their first appearance.
Hmm.
They showed up in an art book decades back. As part of a propaganda cartoon.
What is that? Those quantum brainwaves! Amuro Ray? Can you hear me, Celestial Being? I'm here to assist you!
That's a nice help.
Captain Amuro? Where have you? I can explain later. For now we need to stop Memento Mori. The Innovators are currently pointing it at the orbital station and intent to fire! What? But there are still 60,000 civilians in there! We've confirmed that Memento Mori is starting a particle charge. They've entered preparations for firing. Let's see. At the same time as the ALS stop the coup d'etat, they're going to seal the civilians? Well, that's exactly right, Celestial Being. After all, that's the fastest method. You tick me off, Amuro Ray. You acting all high and mighty just because Ribbons likes you. The fact that he's here means that he's run away from Ribbons. And if that's the case, we'll go ahead and take him out. After all, I didn't like you from before. Innovators, you're just playing around as you throw the world into chaos. Captain Amuro, you're with the Innovators? As I said, I'll explain later. Setsuna, you need to stop them. Understood. That's right, Setsuna. You'll be the one to stop the Innovators. Just you watch, Ribbons. Don't think humanity will act as you like. Act as you wish. So, don't let Setsuna or Amuro
Okay.
die.
Those are both easily doable.
Yes, and remember, this is turn 4. On turn 5, you need to finish it.
What do you mean this
This is turn 2.
Yeah, that's... You said turn 4.
This is turn 2. You have 4 turns left. The SR point is just
definitely
get rid of everything. So you need to get out the unit take care of the unit in the way.
Okay, nice that you're there.
But remember, Amuro does not have act again.
Alright, he doesn't.
He does have double attack though.
Yeah, because he comes with that.
Yes.
Doesn't look like anything new.
The consecutive attack may be new.
But if I charge the Ptolemaeus, it will die. Should have fully upgraded it. Accelerate, but...
Remember, so long as Setsuna and Amuro don't die, everything is fine.
For a certain degree of fine.
You can afford to lose money.
Go for it.
Alright, GN Heavy Weapon. Even I have a reason I fight. Lots of missiles. And a more powerful gun. But not enough for a kill. Gonna hide in the Ptolemus or leave him out as bait?
Leave him out as bait. Tasty, tasty bait.
If only the Ptolemus could still heal.
Yeah, it could at least heal itself. That wasn't good enough either.
Remember, they've got barriers.
I thought they had negate barriers, not reduction.
No. Support defend from the battleship.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Seemingly.
What kind of madman would do that?
Design a battleship with support defense?
Yeah. Oh, right, you didn't have high enough will. What'd you get?
I believe that should be the ignore size and defensive skills.
Alright.
Setsuna can act again if you get a kill.
Which I can't fight easily if I go down here.
Not a great stage.
What are you talking about? It's a great stage. Alright, so that's now.
Oh, and the Tauruses have support defend as well.
Focus.
You just need to remember how the Ptolemus defend everything. I think you need the focus more than the accelerate.
Can do both. Let's see how far up we can. Oh god!
Yeah. But thankfully it's really just this wave. Yeah, just focus.
This is very fun. At least I'll have reinforcements after this turn.
Mm-hmm.
As long as none of the three of them die. So that's gonna just do whatever.
Setsuna is doing very well. And there you go.
Reinforcements.
Thank goodness.
Now
With
for some
18 units.
interesting reinforcements.
Not going to take the turn A?
I'm just taking the...
Ones you know.
Yeah, I'm starting with the pick definitive units. Also DX because Moon's out.
Yeah.
Turn A, sure. Strike, sure. Gamlin, why not?
Infinite Justice? Methus?
Orgus. Death Scythe. No, not Death Scythe.
I would recommend the Methuses / Tauruses because you don't have any energy or heals. Moment.
Yeah, let's go for the two of them. Justice.
So I have 3 units left.
Renton, you've got an S in space at least.
Heavy arms?
Ultron.
Heavy arms or Death Scythe?
Let's go for the Death Scythe. It's mostly upgraded, even if its pilot is not the best. Okay. Now what I need to do is I need to group 3 of them together with you and you. You would not hurt to be in there. Alright.
This ought to be fine. The quarters here? Captain Amuro? And he's got the new Gundam too. I'll explain everything later. But now we need to stop Memento Mori. All units! Memento Mori's target is the orbital station! So they intend to silence the coup d'etat and the citizens as well, Let's see. With our current calculations, they ought to finish charging in about 4 minutes. And then Memento Mori will fire. See? In order to destroy it, we need to get closer in order to gather data. All units, support the Ptolemaios in getting to the designated point. Hey, Laws. You intend to fire that light of hatred again? As if we'd let that happen. Is that so? So Camille's also recognized. So Camille was the one that accelerated Setsuna's awakening, All units, guard the Ptolemaios! It doesn't matter if we have a couple of sacrifices here. Ptolemaios has to reach that point! Yes.
Yes, because he's always in Zero System now.
Trans Am for precision sniping. Because now his bits are active.
Oh wait, I'm an idiot there. I should have attacked.
Fin funnel. He doesn't have infinite funnels yet. Be careful not to waste them.
I mean, he never gets true infinite funnels.
13 funnels is not an amount that will run out often.
No. Especially when you have resupply units as well.
I was going to say you just use the Trans Am Razor Sword.
Bit of a waste. Not a massive waste, but a bit of a waste.
You got rid of a Virgo.
And as you can see here, they are very annoying.
Turn A, turn. Ptolemaios is just chewing through energy, but...
I might have to fully upgrade the Ptolemaios.
Just Trans Am. Goodbye.
Oh, I was actually right.
And the micro missiles were enough. Really? You're targeting the quarter? Well, turn it on.
Well, they did.
Anti-ship beam cannons.
They did say to not let the quarter get anywhere near it, so does kind of make sense.
Well, the reason that they were saying that is that, that it's strong enough that even at a distance, they could destroy it, is what they were saying. Infinite Justice. Shining Edge. And they've still got their combination attack.
Yep. Because that's their full upgrade bonus. Combination attack, damage up.
I definitely think that the Destiny is the best looking of the Destiny units.
I like the Strike Freedom. It's the only one that comes close for me.
I like the Strike Freedom more than I like the Freedom, but I still think the Destiny looks better.
I will agree with you. In this case, I'm going to say sure, burn energy.
Alright.
Actually see it, and...
Innovator. Don't think we'll allow you to run wild as you like anymore. Distortion of this world. Hey, Laws. Trans Am Riser Sword.
Is it playing the Trans Am music?
Yeah. Well, of
Makes
course it is.
sense.
It's a Trans Am attack.
Innovator eyes. A lot less menacing than seed eyes.
Yeah. Keep on going.
Stupidly long sword.
I mean, come on, it's just like Camille's Hyper Beam Saber.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's the length of Camille's Hyper Beam Saber if he used the Mega Beam Saber of the Double Zeta as the base point.
Sure.
Flay is the person from Seed Season 1, right?
Yes. Flay is Kira's first girlfriend who doesn't go so well. Is the reason you don't understand the value of human life because you're remodeled humans? In that case, I'll teach you. Ooh, what it means to have a grudge.
Defend for the love of...
It was just using a GN Vulcan. But even so.
The unit it was coming from. Alright. Totsugeki, Love Heart.
Not
Yeah,
perfect,
those
but a good clumping.
Those are the ones that I wanted. No one else really needs the will.
Basara could.
Eh.
But good enough.
Yes, definitely good enough. Especially looking at that. Thanks to his plus 10 starting will.
Flash Edge. So actually looking at the Destiny here, I actually realized two things about it last night.
What?
Firstly is the fact it doesn't have beam sabers.
Okay.
Let me see. Huh. That is kind of weird that Flay All-Stars never interacted with the Armageddon Getter team, but, I mean, with all the stuff that happens to her, I don't think she would react very well to the Getter team.
Nobody
She's crazy
reacts
enough.
well to the Getter team.
She's crazy enough as is. She doesn't need that added on. Let's see. Says the two things I was going to say about the Destiny are,
No beam
firstly, it
sabers.
doesn't have beam sabers. Do you know why it doesn't have beam sabers?
Because the recharge rack is taken up by the Arendite and...
Nope. It's because those beam boomerangs are its beam sabers.
That makes sense.
You can adjust the output so that they're a beam saber, and that is why the Destiny does not have a beam saber weapon in it.
Which of these is which? Okay, that one's... Okay. I really wish this kept its other color.
You like, so that you could tell them apart?
Yes!
Well, you just have to click on it, and oh wait, you can't read Japanese. I do need to start on that this week.
I can, at the bare minimum, see, of course, you know, the... energy and resupply symbols, but...
Yes. No, I'm just saying just the base click in. Yes. The other thing is that it took me a while to learn about one of the Destiny's other key features because they're not in Z for some reason. The Palma Fiochana or whatever it is, palm beam cannons. I'm just very
That's from
curious.
Destiny?
Yeah, the Destiny has those palm beam cannons.
I only know those as being part of course, the Artemis.
Yeah, that's something the Destiny uses. I was going to say you have instinct.
Going for both.
If our enemies are the Innovators, then I don't have to hold back. I can't afford to let you do what you did to Astastan and Talbia again.
Hit and away. Now you go into hiding. So yeah, that was kind of pointless, but...
Consecutive attack.
Oh, does it
Consecutive
have a
attack?
consecutive attack
Yes,
now?
that is consecutive attack. Alright, Amuro.
The new super broken skill.
Until we get revenge for Ring, I can't afford to die! Let's see. If you're going to grieve over the death of a companion, then why would you do something like this? There's no way someone like you could rule over humanity's revolution. We aren't humans. We're innovators! I won't accept that foolishness of yours.
New attack. Perhaps the most iconic attack. Second only to the fin funnels.
Just go on, keep on punching.
Sudden gratuitous animation.
Yes.
So that's where the budget went.
Yes. Yep.
As people love to claim.
E-carbon armor acquired. Bring. I'm sorry. We've confirmed the Innovator's mobile armor is destroyed. Soon they aren't immortal. Well, we could still win against them. Exactly right. See? In that sense, we're exactly the same as them. Ribbons. Since you refuse to admit that you're like everyone else, that's the reason you aren't fit to rule over humanity.
Alright, what's left?
You have the poor SRW. SRW separation attack. That's that one.
Go for it.
Show off your weird attack, SRW. I really don't know who thought this was a good idea.
I like the Raphael, but it doesn't have its most
It
useful
looks so
ability.
stupid is the thing. The SRW looks better like this.
Yeah, I agree.
It doesn't look as stupidly like a face. Oh. Did not remember that bit. 6-arm saber
Probably
slash.
because that's dynamic kill. No, it isn't.
It would be interesting if Gutter Rays screwed up the Innovator's abilities to respawn. I mean, I could see a way that could happen if the sudden evolution from it wound up screwing with their brain patterns so they don't match anymore. It's a possibility. Militia attack in space.
Just go for this one. Militia attack!
Always fun to see more Kapool.
I have to go check my turn ag.
What?
I'm just curious how exaggerated the mustache is. It's actually less exaggerated.
On this?
Yes!
Well, I mean,
The
it
mustache
is the
goes
Mustache Gundam.
beyond the side of the head.
It is the Mustache Gundam. Designed by an American. What else needs to be said?
Well, lots, actually.
Yes, probably. Even Hayato has said of Getter Rays, there go the laws of physics. Well, I mean, when super robots don't need to abide by physics.
Or logic. Or time. Or space. Or life. Super robots do whatever they want, whenever they want. And if that means ripping a hole in space-time to bring out a second version of itself...
How many have done that?
You know, I don't know of any that actually have. Wait, Mazinger. The Zero did that,
Okay.
I believe. Well, Zeromer. That would also make sense.
Yeah.
From the little bits I know of Zeromer.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that in J.
I could
One of the great Zeromer's attacks has it do that.
I could see Demon Bane doing that. But that's just because it's an Eldritch Abomination.
Yeah.
Need to actually download that.
UX?
Yeah.
Find UX at some point.
Oh, I found it already.
But, yes.
I've already fully...
I don't know how good the 3DS games are, but that first one... But they at least had some very interesting sets.
Demon Bane, love to see it in more things. Hero Man. Okay.
One of Stan Lee's anime.
Stan Lee's mangas. An anime. Hero Man was pretty decent.
No clue if we'll wind up
It
playing
depends
translating.
how... We can definitely use Google Translate to help with the 3DS games. I proved that earlier today. We're not sure how well it would go due to just some problems with emulation.
Since we don't have 3DS capture cards or anything like that, and it's far easier to stream from a computer, but...
Also, you can make it look so much better.
But we don't know. It's something we're thinking of looking into.
We'll be checking it, probably, within the next couple days.
In addition, we're also possibly thinking about trying to stream some visual novels at some point.
Primarily, The Great Ace Attorney. I know it's already been fully translated. And The Great Ace Attorney 2, possibly.
Which has not been. Just looking to do other things we could do that people would be interested in. But...
And that one's less because other people interested in it more. I love Ace Attorney.
yes,
I just
but you
love the Ace
couldn't.
Attorney games.
But they are things that take a long time, Sam. It's
least-
just something we're looking into at this point.
At least it's not Ace Attorney Professor Layton.
Yes. I've had that game for years, but have not gotten particularly far in it. I have a feeling if we tried doing that, we would have just spend hours bashing our heads against a couple of the puzzles.
No, that's one sad thing about emulation. No save states.
But yes, we are open to other things.
If
Open to
anyone's
try
got
doing other
other
things later
suggestions.
on.
Okay. Seed mode active. That's good.
I honestly have to wonder who in the design team thought the design of the seed eyes was a good idea for seed mode. Who thought, yes, it looks very good to have our protagonists with blank, soulless eyes when their super mode activates.
Blank soulless eyes. What are you staring at? I see the eyes of murder.
They are the vacant eyes of someone who is being mind controlled.
I can see that.
Yes, they're, the blank, soulless eyes of someone who's being puppeteered from far away.
Fly off. And...
That'd be a kill.
yeah, sure, get rid of it.
Good job, Wing Zero. Remember what your main goals are.
Main goal is to get rid of that.
Yes. You have a battleship. And you have... Keep moving forward with the Ptolemais.
I know, I'm just looking to see if... yeah, my path isn't blocked at all.
Not at the moment. You just need to keep going along that wire.
Alright, you head off here.
You can hit one of them with your chest Vulcans.
That's an interesting shaped ship.
Yeah, the Cosmic Era just... really, no matter where you look in Gundam, there's a lot of weird stuff, but yeah, Cosmic Era and Anno Domini have the most weird things, I think. Could I be wrong? Certainly, but that's my personal
I raise you
thoughts.
the entirety of Iron-Blooded Orphans.
What do you mean by the entirety of Iron-Blooded Orphans?
I raised you the Alia Vitiana system. Primarily.
That was supposed to be a good thing. It's not their fault that they only had access to crude, watered-down versions. Because back in the days before the Calamity, it was supposed to be perfectly safe.
Supposed to. There we go, finally element system online.
Good. Mugen Punch, Mugen Punch. Goodbye, Gadessa.
No.
But it'll hurt a lot. Always hurt a lot.
That was the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Thanks, that being the wrong thing.
You're running low on energy there.
Yeah, I know. I do, in fact, know that I'm running low on energy. Yeah, I thought that might kill. Oh well.
Don't tell me. Think I'd be pushed this far? How dare you? I won't forget this! Farewell.
Also the fact that all of the Gundams of whatever you call it, I can't remember its name now.
Whatever you call it?
Iron-Blooded Orphans timeline.
Yes.
All of them are named after the Demons of Solomon or whatever.
Yes, the 72 Demons of the Book of Solomon. They show up a lot in Japanese light novels and the like.
I have no idea why they would show up so frequently.
It's because they're a semi-famous, apocryphal occult thing. So, you know, they're apocryphal enough that probably not too many people will be pissed that they show up. But at the same time, they're weird and occult and related to a major religion. So.
These
Yeah,
ships look
instantly.
terrible.
Yeah, they're not that bad.
No, I mean from a design, not from a looks cool standpoint. I mean from a functionality standpoint.
Well, how can you say... What do you mean by that?
Okay, so... if it gets to it again. The biggest problem with it is it has a massive bow,
Mm-hmm.
two side bits that appear to be nothing but missiles.
Maybe. Or maybe that's the mobile suit pods.
Could be.
Mobile suit bays.
It doesn't seem to have a launching deck particularly. Unless that thing's a launching deck.
It could easily fold out. Fold down or fold out.
And it looks terribly balanced.
Balance doesn't matter that much when you're in space. When you're in zero gravity.
It still affects your center of thrust.
I didn't like you even before! How dare you chat so casually with ribbons? That man and I cannot walk the same path. It was a given that we'd fight eventually. I'll put an end to this here. Here. I'll take you out. Good luck. Ow.
Well, I expected damage, but...
But it's okay. It's not as bad as you feared.
okay.
Yes, that is the resupply.
I can tell by looking at their portraits.
Yes, Nguyen and Hilda do look fairly different. Pinpoint punch.
Pinpoint punch. Just in case.
Alright, pinpoint barrier punch. As Seventh Moon starts playing.
Isn't it a... It's a helmet.
It is a helmet of some kind. So you've mentioned before that the reason that it's called a sad pinpoint barrier is because they literally were basically 3 pinpoints on the original Macross that had to be physically moved about.
With a scroll wheel! No,
Oh.
that's not the right term. With a physical...
With a trackball.
Yes.
They had to use a trackball to move They're a pinpoint barrier.
And there were 3 of them.
I can only imagine how fun it must have been to be the guy in charge of the barrier. Oh god, oh god, oh god! Move, 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 move! Defense! Defense! They're coming from behind!
Yeah, that basically was the way it was.
I feel really bad for that person.
No, it was 3 separate people at
Yes,
3 separate points
I
of the
know.
deck.
I feel really bad for whoever got stuck with that.
3 separate people at 3 points of the deck for one very simple reason.
In case they get blasted in that area, you don't lose all defenses.
Yes.
Yeah.
The first transformation was clearly the best, though.
Did they have problems transforming?
They didn't know they could transform.
So someone just accidentally hit a switch and it transformed?
Yes.
Was this because of the alien technology, or was it something that the designer built in without anyone else knowing?
Alien technology. Man, the Razor Sword is strong.
Also, remember, he has 50% bonus damage.
I know. Still. Alright, let's see.
Consecutive attack. Just gonna focus.
Just gonna focus.
Fire off everything you can. And do remember to show off more of the Brasta's moves when you use them, as we've only seen its strongest and its shooty move.
No, I think we've seen one other. But, like, only one.
Fergus missile gun.
The gun's a missile. The legs are missiles. The engines are probably missiles.
No, the engines aren't technically missiles unless you actually launch them. In which case you've got bigger problems, I think.
No, I'm thinking of the unicorn and its thruster missiles.
No, those are propellant tanks, not actual thrusters.
They have thrusters on them.
Do they?
Yeah.
I thought they were just propellant tanks and it just
No, you can
launched
check
them
my
at the
full
end.
armor box. The reason they launch is because they just get detached and the thrusters keep going.
I thought that was the whole, conservation of speed thing. Hyperjammer attack, you haven't shown this off. The Death Scythe Hell's Hyperjammer.
Sure, flash.
Alright.
I didn't expect this to do a whole ton, but...
Anyone who thoughtlessly approaches me will die.
Man, the
Prepare
custom
yourself.
looks so much better. It's the only one I can say without a shadow of a doubt looks so much better in Endless Waltz. Mind you, that's pretty cool. And suddenly double scythe.
Yep. Get moving, Basara. I'm sure someone needs heals or something.
I'm sure you can Totsukeki Love Heart someone. Stupid long range.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's...
Fully
He flies.
upgraded, has Accelerate.
Flying is what he lives for.
He's not Hayate.
Maybe not, but even so. Flying is what he lives for. It's what he does best.
Sure.
What was I going to say? Destiny. One of the things that I didn't... Another thing that I didn't realize recently about Destiny is its design. The fact that the Destiny always looks like it's crying.
What? Oh, I see.
Yeah. It's got the extra red stuff up and down. And to me it kind of looks like it's crying. That's how I personally take those red marks.
I cannot wait until in Z
The Excalibur? This one we definitely haven't seen.
getting to see Shin get bright slapped.
This
Okay.
rush ahead with spigot bits spinning around his arms. Energy punch and...
Because apparently,
Okay, that looks pretty cool.
yeah, that is actually pretty awesome.
Palm beam blades.
Apparently he gets bright slapped by Amuro.
in the original Z.
Yes. I don't know whether it's a physical slap or mental slap.
Knowing Amuro, it could easily be physical. Dragoon, full burst. You've seen all three of the bottom attacks. I don't think we've seen the top two.
Alright, let's go for this one.
The Reap Magknuckle. No one wants a world where freedom isn't allowed. I'll put an end to this fight. For that sake.
You know, it may be a bootleg, but the dub on Strike Freedom is beautiful.
Just thinking about it.
Or that's Dragon Ball, I can't remember which.
It really looks... Have you seen the full interior of one of these seed cockpits recently? The seed cockpits are ridiculously complicated.
No, I have not.
They have way too many buttons and switches. And then you have the old Gundams that are, I believe, described as easier to drive than a stick car.
It's got
Let's
two
see.
pedals. Oh, there's the dimensional rocket punch.
Okay.
I knew there was one.
Okay, Brasta.
That's post-movement as well.
Well, yeah, it's a punch. It's a rocket punch. How many non-post-movement rocket punches can you think of?
Not really many.
Yeah. Rocket punches tend to be post-movement.
Die. This thing. You're in the way.
Jamatanda! Or something. I've got no business with you, small fry! Out of the way!
So how would you translate this attack name? Since it is Ipatsu Gyakuten.
Yes, Ipatsu Gyakuten Ken.
The closest thing... It's not a name, but the closest way to translate is... an attack that changes the tide?
Yeah. I mean, they clearly have one there on the little V behind. But I cannot read it over the big flowery letters.
And the Gunpla Reddit's fun to browse through. Still not finding the thing that was up here yesterday because there's so many posts.
I always just personally think of it as the lotus flower attack. Because, of course, Aquarian has lotuses as a key theme. Stretch!
Strike freedom.
I mean, that just seems like such a stupid thing to yell as you attack, doesn't it? Punching a battleship into the moon. Goodbye. And you've added yet another crater to the moon. How many have you blown in the moon?
Left.
Well, I mean, they have 2 moons in this world, so it's fine. We can deal with it. We can deal with losing a moon or 2. That is very pretty.
That is one of the few reasons why some bootlegs are okay.
Because some bootleggers actually have better designs than the official companies at times. Now, if I was in charge of the official companies, I'd take a look at the bootleggers, and rather than, shutting them down, I'd say, why don't we hire these guys?
In some cases, that is advisable. In other cases, Dragon Momoko, I believe, is the particularly well known for being true bootleg. Not even reusing molds. Or it's Dabon that does that, and I can't remember which. But I've got to say, that gold is beautiful. But as mentioned, plastic quality is terrible.
So those are the main cannons. I mean, it seems a bad spot to have main cannons. You'd want your main cannons to at least have some degree of movement to them.
Ah, that's the official MG.
And now...
The weakest attack. So those are railguns.
They're the EA motor cannons or something like that. Just barely not enough damage. Well, that's a free kill for whoever.
And that looks like probably going to go to the Aquarian.
Because Aquarian does need kills. Solar punch. What turn is it? 4. Yep, just keep trucking along. So I don't remember if that will end the stage or not, but...
It will. It has the blue.
Okay. So that is a good thing. We still have Ensign Rint to deal with.
I mean, look how long we've been doing this stage.
Hour and a half to hour and 40 minutes. Combination assaults. Alright. Off you go, freedom and justice.
Okay, did you see the guy who got arrested for selling a modded PS3 in Japan a couple days ago?
That's so wrong to me. The justice is the melee focus, and the freedom is the range focus.
But they're both range focused if you give them the meteor packs.
That's only because meteor.
I don't know if I've mentioned it while streaming, but I loved the gun platform type. Deep Striker, Meteor,
Dendrobium Orcus.
Dendrobium Orcus. I don't know why, I just have always found them to be beautiful.
Well, I mean... There's something to be said about just overwhelming, obliterating amounts of firepower.
It's the American way.
I was going to say something about the armor packs, but... We got someone in the... whatchamacallit? Ptolemaeus. Yeah, just leave the Arius. But do you really want to steal the kill from someone who could use it?
Yeah, nah. If that one attacks the Ptolemaeus, I'll probably attack with the Ptolemaeus.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially with the Infinite Justice covering for you.
2 levels. Wow, you're so many levels behind.
Okay.
No chance of hitting. Oh, right, you're over there.
Fin funnel. Fin funnel dynamic kill. This is healing whatever, I think.
Really, I tuned out their names after
So they're
Bring
healing or
Stabity.
healing. This is an energy type. What is it?
Would you not agree that that is probably the worst name?
No.
Or most unfortunate name?
No, because that one at least always gets a laugh out of me. Yeah.
Revival.
Unlike some of the others. Regen, Regetta, ones like that are just stupid. They aren't even funny. And then, last shooting.
The most iconic shot Amuro didn't make.
Yep.
Versus his rival Char, who made his iconic shot.
The headshot through a battleship with a bazooka?
Yes. Because quite frankly, that's not something you can ever do.
No! Why would I lose here? I won't forgive you. Next time I won't lose.
So,
Satellite system charged.
can you hit from there?
No.
Of course not. And willing to bet, yeah, no, not
Yeah,
post
no, of
movement.
course it's not post-movement. You need to stand still for the microwaves to reach you.
On the other hand, I've got this left. Gotta move that over.
It's all up to you.
Sure. Just sing at them. Get a bit of experience.
Keep going, Basara. Let's see. What do you have things to say at the moment? If you could have been back one further, that would have been good, but...
Who's your least favorite Gundam protagonist?
Least favorite Gundam protagonist?
I'm willing to bet it's probably Mikazuki.
He's definitely one of them, because...
He doesn't have character.
Yeah.
I know some people would flame me alive for saying this, but...
From what I know of Mikazuki, he's just sort of there. Here. I mean, with Super Robot Wars, even Hero gets some personality to him.
Hero actually displayed emotions at least once.
Other than the laughing maniacally at the start of the series as he took someone out?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was precisely once, and it was him crying. And feeling that war is futile. But
Well,
that's an
isn't it?
endless waltz.
Since history is like an endless waltz. And I do need to watch that before we get to Z3.
Yeah, it's good. I slogged through Wing. Glory of the Losers is so much better. If for no reason other than you don't have to go, wait, is this just a recap episode again?
Did they have a lot of those? 4 recap episodes, okay.
They had like 3 or 4 recap episodes. And it took me about 7 minutes through one of them to realize it was recapping.
Okay. Is that a sign of a good recap episode
No.
or a bad recap episode? Could be either way.
It's a sign of, did they go through this already?
Beam coding.
Okay, that's okay.
Retreat! We need to take a little bit of time and get away from here! ZEXIS, don't think this is the end!
I'll be back in a moment.
The enemy battleship is retreated. All that's left is to get Ptolemy over to Memento Mori. Commence analysis. Move them over.
Yeah, move them over.
Quickly double check. Yep, no enemies left. SR point acquired. Commencing analysis of Memento Mori. Wait a minute. The enemy flagship's returning. What? If you thought you'd won, you're completely wrong. We won't let you get in the way of Memento Mori's firing. That guy. Is he going for a suicide attack? Release all the remaining Jan particles. Activate Transam. With this mobility. How? Fire the Jan cannon! Farewell, idiot. Nobody liked you. Impossible! Impossible! Analysis complete. Setting the date to the double riser. Hurry, Setsuna. Understood. Let's go, Saji. Riser system online. The infinity symbol. This is bad. At this rate, Memento Mori will... Did we do it? No. Memento Mori has sustained severe internal damage, but it's still firing. We didn't make it? Stop! African Tower, orbital station. Impossible! They really fired their satellite weapon at an orbital elevator? Just look at it! That's what the A-laws are! That's the result of your dragging the civilians into it! All units, commence evacuation! Get as many citizens out as you can! Please remain a direct hit on the pillar. The African tower's gonna collapse! I was too naive. Think that the Federation would kill 60,000 civilians just in order to protect their secrets. It won't stop with just that. Those fragments of the pillar that stuck to the ground will cause massive collateral damage. Sergei, you should evacuate too. What are you gonna do? I'm the commander of this operation. I have to watch things over until the very end. Be sure to tell the world what's about to happen here, and what happened. That won't be able to make up for your sins. You're a military man. If you're a military man, then you should at least protect the citizens. And save even one more person, and don't die yet. Sergei, let's go. Till the very end. Remember, the military's gotta do his job.
Sergei's a good guy.
Let's see. Next scenario, you can only deploy flying units.
Do I have any non-flying units?
There
should be an X if it's not. Wait. No, I know at least one that can't fly.
What? I was going to say the
wing units other than the wing can't fly.
Mm-hmm.
The new can't fly.
Kidding monster can't transform. Zeta is land only.
But Wave Rider's okay.
Methus is land only. New is land only.
Yeah.
So, you need to quickly go ahead and take care of that, don't you?
Well, first thing is, that makes 1, 2.
2 important ones you want to use. Focus on those 2.
Are you flying?
Yeah.
Oh.
The DX can fly, and so can the turn A.
Just checking E-carbon armor. E-code. Alright. New.
Back page. That's flight module.
Light module. What do I currently have?
Daigar and Den Cougar.
You don't need it anymore.
Yes, Den Cougar will not need the flight module by the next time we get it. The Daigard, well, who cares?
I can leave the Zeta out for a stage.
It's already aced. Quatrin Troa. Shell Clan Lunamaria. Pretty decent.
I know he got thrown in there accidentally.
You have 1 person left.
Sure.
Great.
Alright, next thing up. Next thing on the docket.
Because we know the new is something we will make a lot of use of. Finfernal attack 400, range 1, ammo 4. Definitely not that one.
Yeah, I know, I'm just debating. Sure, range.
Make the Finfernals even more broken.
And of
Amaro.
course, first things first. Get
Second of
that.
attack. Bullet save.
Bullet save.
Then whatever.
I'll leave the 100 for now. Setsuna.
Easier to get will up.
Will up bonus.
So everything is going swimmingly.
I don't know what the next thing I need on the Aquarian is.
There's will cap up or will up bonus.
Probably both of those are the next 2 ones I need. So I have those. There's the other one I had close to a will up bonus, then will up cap.
Alright. So everyone's looking pretty good.
In case I'm forced to play it at some point here. Bullet save.
Because bullet saves what the heavy arms needs.
Alright, so that should be everything. Quickly save and actually do a second stage for the first time in a while.
Mm-hmm. Off we go. Africa. Orbital elevator surroundings. A lost transport plane. Hangar. Let's see. He was an acquaintance of that rebel force? Yes, the leader of the rebels was an old friend of my father's. Back when I was a child, I often heard from him about what a soldier was about the ideals of a soldier. But even so, he wound up becoming a rebel while taking 60,000 civilians hostage. Captain Hercule. He lost sight of what he needed to do as a soldier. And then there's my father. Who as a soldier let my mother die. I don't intend to accept either of them. Are you worried about your father? This is from back when I was young. Let's see. Both of my parents were in the military. As part of a certain operation, my mother was forced to lead a squad my father commanded out to the vanguard. See. And then, in the middle of a battle with terrorists, my father decided to place a great importance on protecting the civilians, and my mother's squadron was wiped out. Ever since then, I haven't been able to talk with him. He upheld his ideals as a soldier, but he let my mother die. That's why I joined the military, in order to go against my father's methods, try and find the peace my mother wanted. I'm exactly the same as you. In order to win back peace, I wanted to join the A-Laws. Ensign? Bad noise. Emergency alarm? There's something happening at the African Tower? This is set off to all units. As of a couple of moments ago, Memento Mori fired at the African Tower. What? The specific details are unclear here, but our squadron is heading out towards the location. Everyone, hurry and prepare to launch. The African Tower is... If that winds up getting destroyed, how many casualties will there be? Calm down, both of you! Ensign Colsor? That's why we're headed off there in order to confirm it. Since we don't know what the hell's happening there, we just have to follow the captain's orders. Prepare yourselves! Yeah. Captain Hercule. This is all result of the coup d'etat you started. I can't allow you to get away with what you've done. Commencing atmospheric re-entry. Yeah.
That looks bad.
Footage of the underpillar. We're receiving footage now! The orbital station's underpillar is performing an automatic purge! See. With the situation as it is right now, in order to protect the orbital ring, the tower's being cut off. The tower's outer segments have been automatically purged, and the tower's beginning to crumble. The parts that were outside of the atmosphere are beginning to burn up due to atmospheric braking, but the things that were lower down are falling to ground. Let's see. Casualty predictions are incoming! Wait a minute. With that effort, the entire surroundings of the tower will be completely obliterated. In order to prevent that, we've got to go back down there and destroy those fragments. Captain Moreau was being held by the Innovators commander? His name is Ribbon Zalmark. And in addition to his direct subordinates, he has plenty of other co-conspirators. The commander of the Outlaws, Homer Katagiri, and Duke Zelmayer, the sponsor of Oz. How many others are there than them who've been taken in by them? Well, I mean, come on. If that wasn't the case, even if they had vetted, they couldn't control the entire world, right? And where's that Innovators commander right now? I don't know that you'll be able to find him even if I told you. After all, his base is currently a giant mobile spaceship. Right at the time I started leaving, they had already commenced moving it. An enormous spaceship. I suppose Veda's in there as well. Its exterior has been equipped with stealth functionality. And since I was being imprisoned there, I wasn't able to fully examine the interior. But its size was roughly the same as a small-scale space colony. Why would the Innovators have something like that? It's completely unknown at this point. But they do believe that everything they're doing is based on Julius Schoenberg's plan. Celestial being wasn't found for something like that. And so we'll fight against the Innovators. For now we need to focus on taking out those pillar fragments. We'll show them that we won't let everything go as they're thinking. Let's go, in order to protect the people. Setsuna. Captain Amuro. Were the changes in Setsuna also part of Iolia's plan? You did realize it. Since when? Ever since Setsuna got in the 00. Or, come to think of it, ever since the 00 risers started working. If that's the case, I understand why Ribbons wants that twin drive. Captain Amuro? Everything here is just nothing more than a theory of mine. In addition, I don't think this is a problem that can be solved by anyone else. I feel the same. And that's why I haven't talked to anyone other than Mr. Ian, who put the twin drive system together. That's fine. For now, let's just watch over Setsuna. Char, where are you? Even in this world, people have begun to change. Hallelujah. Mary, why are you wearing a pilot suit? The Arios' backup unit, the GN Archer. I'm going to pilot that. No, Mary, I won't let you fight. I promised Captain Smirnov that I wouldn't make you fight again. This isn't a fight. Mary, if those fragments aren't destroyed, a lot of people will wind up dying. What I'm doing isn't fighting. It's protecting people's lives. I'm just the same as everyone else here in ZEXIS. What we're doing is different than the fights the Outlaws are. And when I watched the people from the 21st Century Defense Corporation, I thought that this is what I need to do. Alright, Mary. If you've decided that, then I'll respect your wishes. But only this one time. Thanks, Hallelujah. Promise not to fight anymore. I wind up thinking about Stella. Near Roanoke didn't keep that promise. That's why that disaster occurred. But Hallelujah's different. I'm sure he'll protect Mary. Are you okay, Shin? It's nothing, Lauren. We'll be sure to destroy all those fragments. I think so too. Come to think of it, your pilot suit. Is this the first time I've seen it? Something that Mr. Ian prepared for me. I figured I needed to prepare myself as well here. Prepare? See, we need to protect everyone. Yeah? Princess Diana, I'm sorry, but I may wind up having to break that promise. Lauren? Chapter 33. in the midst of falling lights, perhaps? Translated here as scattered light. The fragments should be approaching our visual range soon. At this altitude, we can only launch flying units capable of flight. But unless we're able to take care of these fragments, there'll be immense collateral damage. You need to prevent that.
This is the one you mentioned that is the...
Very good for getting aces. Because there's a lot of stuff, an absolute ton of stuff, and none of it can fight back.
Oh, hey, that is a launch ball.
It's got Wave Rider mode.
Sure, launch... No, don't launch the Zeta. DX definitely, all of you. You.
This stage is basically a race against time.
I mean, I might as well launch you.
Yes, Zombieland Saga is weird, but pretty good. And for anyone who has watched Zombieland Saga or has not, please note that the wonderful producer for them is none other than Mamoru Miyano, or Setsuna F. Saisei. Yes, that absolutely crazy man is the same voice actor as Setsuna. Watch Li-Brasta.
Why?
Because you do need to deal a decent amount of damage, trust me.
Alright, fine.
And I would scrap Michelle. Because, I mean, really, you haven't used him and you aren't liable to. You do need to deal good amounts of damage here. And Hero in particular will be a godsend.
Because
you don't need
Buster
healing.
Rifle.
You shouldn't need healing.
I just have those there because don't have nearly enough people.
You're playing the Quadlin Ran, not the Zeta.
Yes.
Good luck.
Alright, sure.
Good enough.
If I fail, well, you know.
Mary, you sure to... Let's see. I'll back you up. Alright, Alleluia. Lauren, Hugh. It's coming, Shin.
This looks so odd.
Mm-hmm.
How many turns do I have to destroy all of this?
It's not a turn thing. It's a stop them from hitting the ground. How many are there? And we've got to destroy all of those? We don't have time to whine about it. Even so, we've got to do it in order to protect everyone. We've got no time to be despondent here. We've got to hurry up and start. All units, destroy those fragments. Let's see. If our defensive line is broken, and they'll start falling to Earth.
Oh, they're going to be advancing.
Yes. This is pretty severe situation, isn't it? Since it's come to this, we've got to take him down. Let's go, everyone. This isn't the end of them. We see even more of them on our radar. We should start. We're counting on you, everyone. So,
100!
Destroy all pillar fragments. Have your forces destroy 100 of them. Yeah. Don't let a battleship die, don't let Alia or Lauren die, and don't let any pillar fragments reach the bottom of the map.
What?
What?
Don't let that... Oh god, there's going to be enemy reinforcements, isn't there?
No.
No?
Because there are times when even the enemies realize, oh god. Okay. You will have NPC allies showing up here in a bit.
Okay. I was about to say, I just realized everyone's probably at max will.
Oh, it looks like it.
Yeah, that was pointless. Everyone's at max will.
Oh well.
I noticed for one... I thought of this for one reason and only one reason. I noticed that Shin had seed eyes. Oh well. Luna Maria, you might actually get to do something for once.
You might actually hit something. Because, yes, your enemies are hunks of rock. They shouldn't be able to damage you, I don't think.
You missed a battleship, but you might be able to redeem yourself.
By hitting rocks.
Yes. It's the age-old law of asteroids.
Law of asteroids?
You know, the game, Asteroids.
Okay.
I know you've got the wrong one.
Wrong one. Oh, look, you can actually hit one. 2. I'd go for the one on the left, because it's closer to the bottom. Do you understand, Elas? So to destroy that orbital elevator, just how many casualties there'll be? Let's see. Repairs to the tower. Grudges from the people who got just killed by it. And to top it off, no matter how much money you pay. No. Repairs to the tower, restoring the lands damaged by the fragments, and to top it off, no matter how much money you pay, the people who've died won't come back. Cut it out already, you rotten idiots! What the hell's with your talk of peace? Peace. Because truly...
What attack am I even doing? Ah, Rock Punch.
Magnical set. Let's go! Because no, they do have a decent amount of HP. But they can't attack back.
I'm going to have you run ahead.
I was going to say, there's a certain person who I think may be able to earn quite a bit of keep here. That you
Who?
don't usually use. One Kira Yamato.
Yeah, I was going to say, Kira's map attack, I imagine.
Yes, Kira... The people who will probably save you the most are Kira... Are you ready, Mary? I still have some of Pierce's memories. I'll do what I can here. So, Kira, Hiro, and Lauren are probably going to be the ones who help you the most.
Lauren?
Yeah. You shall see.
Oh, we'll be getting Moonlight Butterfly this stage.
Yes. This stage we get the Moonlight Butterfly.
I was going to say, because he doesn't have that yet.
As you said, I'm sorry, Lady Diane. I may have to break that promise.
Just,
Oh, hey. That's the combined thing there.
let's do it. Let's see what happens.
All his stats go up.
Is that all? I was expecting something slightly more dramatic.
No.
I'm
He
not
has
sure.
Alleluia Haptism. Archer combined attack.
I'm not 100% sure why I thought it would be more dramatic, but...
We won't let even a single one fall.
Two kills.
Well done, Alleluia. Sadly, the moon is not out.
I was going to say, is the moon out?
Well, look at how bright it is.
The moon could still be out. This could be bright from the burning wreckage of the tower.
Sure, whatever. But it is not. And they just rush forward.
This feels so wrong. The question is, will they damage anyone in their path?
I do not believe so.
Because that's the only way I could see damage
But I don't
being
think I
done.
ever saw that happen in my playthrough.
We'll certainly see here.
This one's going by Crowe.
Yes. Nope.
Nope.
But it is perfectly set up. I'm going to show off the one remaining attack.
It's not perfect, but...
No, it's not perfect, but it'll at least deal with several. However, perhaps up will be a better option. Oh god, it's so slow.
Yeah, there's a lot. And there's going to be even more. This is not the end.
Up, down, both directions work.
Or you could, reposition Crowe. Up should hit slightly more.
I'm just trying to see what the range is. So that range...
Up will hit 3.
Sure, let's do this.
Alright, VX Blazer map attack. Okay. That looks worse to me than the Rasta Bees one.
Yeah. Gotta admit, that was not nearly as cool as I was hoping it would be.
Oh, hey, the Force Impulse is going to help you out.
I was gonna say, what's supporting me?
At this rate, all those people living in peace are going to die. I have to fight here. No. This isn't a time to be fighting. Why can't they understand that? The mustache's beam rifle isn't just a decoration.
This new Gundam isn't for
Fall
show?
back! No, that isn't in fact what he said. He did in fact use a different phrasing. But he did refer to the Tournay as the mustache.
Yes, because most people either call it the mustache or the white doll in series. Only, I think Jim Gingham refers to it as...
As I said, I was playing a stage of Z earlier, and people...
Why did I do that? Whatever.
People deliberately remarked on the fact that someone called the Tournay a Gundam, and they were like, what on earth are they talking about? It's the white doll. It's not a Gundam. I mean, what kind of Gundam has a mustache anyway?
It's just a very weird V-fin.
It's a V-fin, but down a bit lower.
Ah, it wasn't good enough. Luna Maria, you're still not great.
If you're gonna do that, just do the chop.
Yeah, that should be good enough. Is there a dynamic kill for Chop?
Don't think so, but...
No
Hand blade.
energy. Okay. That is significantly higher than I was expecting.
Well, I mean, think about it. It's just a piece of rubble. It's not like this is some crazy high power
Transcend
thing.
consecutive shooting.
Yep.
I don't think I'd noticed that its guns are where beam sabers should be.
Well, yes, because, I mean, holsters.
No, did you see where he pulled them from? He pulled them from the recharge rack.
Ah. That's probably a dynamic kill.
That's gotta be dynamic, yeah.
Looks pretty good. Not quite good enough.
Oh, hey, it does.
Well, yeah. It's because Kira's a super coordinator.
I know, I'm still slightly impressed that it actually does in this. Because, it doesn't always.
I would move him forward before you do that, but...
Oh, some of these are weaker than others?
Oh. I mean, they've all looked to be around 6,000 here.
Several of them were 7,500.
No good. If stuff like this happens, the entire world really will get wrapped in fights. The laws. If we don't stop the Innovators, the same thing will keep happening.
That was 5,000.
Well, I mean, they're all differently sized.
Looks like 2 is the best I can get.
No, go down one, left one. Okay, so that just barely doesn't. Real shame.
Yeah, I'll go for 2.
I would say target the ones that are closer to the bottom of the map. If you can.
I can at least target those 2.
Yeah. Off you go, Dragoons.
That's a nice map animation.
Yes. Yeah, that one had 7,000, but look. Stats, 1.
I know, I just realized I wanted to see if there was anything about them.
Nope. I mean, they're literally just bits of rock.
I would not put it past...
You probably want to just deal with the one that's there on the far left.
I would not put it past the developers to give them, you know, abilities.
What's the say laws? People are doing a coup d'etat. What we're doing is cleaning up your messes. People like you who drag others into their problems without a thought in the world don't have the right to rule this world.
This is very like a budget beyond the time. You know what I mean? That moment.
Of everyone like, we've got to stop this.
I feel like for all the terrible things Char did, he did kind of save the world.
But Unicorn proves he didn't. And that's probably one of the things that people dislike about Unicorn. The fact that it proves the end of Char's counterattack was meaningless.
No.
Ribbons. Was all this chaos in your calculations as well? If that's the case, you aren't human or even... You aren't a god or even a human. You're far below that. Keep on telling you. You want to beat up the stuff that's down low so that you don't have to play catch-up. Have the Taurus take out that
I was going
damaged
to say,
one.
Taurus might be able to do something.
I mean, it's very weak.
This is going to be a long stage of doing this, isn't it?
Yeah, decently. But you are going to have multiple, like 4 or 5 NPC allies show up.
No, it's less that and more... Are we going to run out of things to talk about?
Oh, quite possibly. But you'll get a lot of kills on a lot of people. You could easily get multiple aces. Flash Edge.
You know, just to be safe.
There are people who are living in peace below here. They'll definitely protect this place. I won't let any of you through. I like the fact that both the Excalibur and the beam cannon on his back are folding. The second wave of the pillar fragments is emerging.
Oh god. Perfect for map attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
But at this rate, we won't be able to get them all. It's too early to give up, Miss Mullane. Let's see. Felt. There's still some members of that coup d'etat group, Cathlon with the Outlaws in the area? Yes! Send a transmission on an open channel. Understood. This is to all units in the surrounding areas. Base. I'm Sumeragi Lee Noriega of ZEXIS. Right now I'm sending you data on the pillar fragments that are falling to the earth at this moment. As you can see, if any of them get passed, The loss of human life will be unestimable. Unestimable.
Unestimatable?
I think unestimable is a word. Could be wrong on that. Yes. At this rate, tens or even hundreds of thousands of people will die. I'd like to ask you all for your cooperation in taking care of these. Please. Lend us your strength in order to protect everyone. Sumeragi? It'd be nice if there's anyone out there who'd help us. There are units rapidly approaching the area. Did they come here after listening to Miss Sumeragi? No. Those guys are.
Oh, God.
Oh. I'd forgotten about that. Special beasts here? Yep. Looks like you've been doing well, ZEXIS. Marilyn, what the hell did you come here for? Of course, we came to help out after hearing that broadcast. Of course we didn't! We came here to crush you! So that was it. Do you even understand what's happening at a time like this? It's obvious. And that's why we came. It's a perfect chance. You little insects are getting far too high and mighty. What the hell are you thinking? Just because you're in trouble sending out a request for help. There's no one who'd come and assist you for something like this. Sumeragi? If she's the commander of the A-Laws, it's Katie Mannequin. She'll definitely come. What the hell are you thinking, taking on the entire world with a naive mindset like that? Celestial being? Give up! Without old days, especially engineered flying dimensional beasts, we'll be sure to fight you! That mobile suit is... a commander-type Tatsuya? This is Captain Sergei Smirnov of the Earth Federation. I'm here to assist you. Captain? All members of the Federation military under my command are headed this way. Okay. They'll assist in clearing up the surrounding area. More units are arriving. This is Miliardo Peacecraft. Allow me to assist. Zex. I had a feeling you'd come. This is the captain's orders! We'll take out all those bits of pillar! No matter how much of an order it is, don't you complain, Ensign! After all, protecting the civilians is the military's job! There are lots of people living here. Yeah. I won't throw anyone away. Unlike my father. Even the A-Laws are here? Luis, you're here too? Let's see. Another areas as well. The members of the coup d'etat faction, Cathalon, the Federation military, the Knights of the Round, and even the A-Laws are approaching. Let's see. The Ikarug and the Tower are currently dealing with invaders that have shown up. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. With this situation, everyone's turning towards one goal? How ironic. This isn't bad. So that's how it is, Marilyn. You piss me off. Seriously. I think we both feel the same. Come at me, monster. All units, continue your mission. With our allies here, we'll take out those dimensional beasts and destroy the fragments. Epion system online. So.
The question is, are these...
They're NPCs, sadly. Yes. We have Miliardo in the Epion. And he's got a lot of things.
Well, yeah, he's boss tier.
Yeah. Zero system fully online. A Tyran, which only has a beam rifle. So that kind of sucks, but... Commander level 4. That will be helpful. Over here we have GNX3, which is, GNX3.
The important GNX3.
Patrick Colasar in a GNX3!
Oh, dear.
Prevail level 9. And we have the Smoltron ahead. Which has GN Vulcan, GN Beam Saber, GN Beam Rifle. So. Good luck. You have to deal with Marilyn Cat and a bunch of dimensional beasts, and the pillar fragments. Good luck. Remember, the pillar fragments are your main goal. Feel free to ignore the dimensional beasts.
Just check and see.
Although they won't
other
ignore
ones
you.
are around.
Allow me to hand these over to you. Thank you! I know, Nirvash. We won't leave me a single one past. We'll do it. We'll definitely protect everyone on the surface. That was crazy strong.
Well, yeah, the Nirvash isn't weak, despite the fact that I've upgraded it precisely...
None.
Yeah. Alright. Stat buff. Just check the music. There we go. Hi, Gnome. Power of spinning. So that's 15 dealt with. Or 10 dealt with in a single hit. 2 hits.
Map attacks. They're good. Yeah, don't you waste the last archer attack on that. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Whichever
Hallelujah,
one.
hallelujah. Whatever his name is, Haptism.
It's probably hallelujah and hallelujah here now, but... Either way, it's the Curios Arios pilot. Damn it. Damn it! Do you have any idea what's gonna happen if something like this falls to the ground? Zayla's bastards! Do you understand what you've done? I would say yes, they do, and that's why they did it. But I could be wrong. Why doesn't this Aquarian have a map attack? Oh hey, they've got a Giga Atomon. Fun!
Let's go ahead and punch that.
Remember, it heals.
still, go ahead and punch that.
Alright.
It's got its own theme.
Well, yeah, because it's a giant scary monster. And remember, Marilyn has her own theme as well. Hello over there, kitty. How are you feeling?
It shouldn't heal.
Too
Small?
much. Yes.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
It'll heal 3,000. Or thereabouts. You have Trans M available now.
But it's not necessary yet.
Nope. I'm surprised you're not moving to try and position yourself better. Off the Tyrann goes with its beam rifle.
Go ahead and kill this. I don't care.
Yeah, after all, the SR point only requires you to kill the pillar fragments. Well done, Bear of Russia. Do all that you can.
Is he just the most stereotypical thing ever? Sergei Smirnov, the Bear of Russia.
Could be. Epion double heat round attack. I do like that the Togis 3 gets that.
I love the Epion. Just generally.
And yet you do not have a model of it.
I only have one wing model.
And that is the wing.
Yeah. I don't have a ton of models, really. Generally.
You have a decent number.
Because I've really only ever bought MGs.
Mm-hmm.
A couple HGs.
Because you don't like dealing with RGs like I do.
No. I will admit some of them do look wonderful. RG Double Eraser, so much better than MG. That's also because the MG is about 10 years old.
Hmm.
And the RG Zeta, it's so beautiful.
But you don't want to touch it ever after you build it. And whatever you do, for the love of God, don't try to transform it, right?
No, don't try to transform it back. You can transform it, but transforming it back?
You're going to have pieces scattered across the ground.
If you're lucky. If you're not lucky, the joints snap.
Hmm. Lovely. Hello, Colosaur.
Patrick Colesor is quite a person.
Yep. If you can call him that. Go, Smoltron. And Luis Halevi. Apparently her name is Halevi and not Harvey.
Okay.
That one I refuse to accept.
I wonder. Would Patrick count as a new type?
Patrick Colosaur?
Yes. Not as a new type, but the ideals of what a new type is.
No, I think he misunderstands literally everything, but I'm sure he would make a wonderful new type if he could be one. Hi, kitty. Very happy kitten here. She is receiving lots of attention, doing a soft lawnmower purr. Always good to have a kitty on screen. How are you?
Oh yeah, you never actually answered. Who do you think is the worst Gundam protagonist?
I thought I did say probably Mikazuki. Yeah, I'd say probably Mikazuki or Hiro, in my opinion.
Judao's also pretty bad, but that's
But I
no
have
fault
not
of his
seen...
own, I'd say.
I can say, however, I have not seen much of Double Zeta, haven't seen much of... So yeah, I haven't seen much of Judao, haven't seen much of Ko Araki, since I know you have a burning hatred of him.
I don't have a burning hatred of Koaraki.
I just hate
that they
him.
I just hate that they let him have one of the greatest units.
Because you love the Dendrobium Orcus.
And he does not seem like the sort of person who should be allowed to have that much firepower. From my memories, he is not the brightest around.
Hi there. Hey, Mouse. It's unusual for you to come in. You want to come over and say hi? Come over and say hi to the camera?
Missiles.
Oh.
Kira's Dragoons are going to get a workout.
My mouse cat has appeared. It is uncommon for him to come in here, so figured out to take this chance to show him off. He's a very good stripy cat.
I don't think you can go much higher than that, kitty.
Happy upside down cat. Well, he probably wants down actually, but he will tolerate this for a while. And how is your adoptive daughter doing, sir? How is your little adoptive daughter here?
Switch songs, just not understand them. To Orcus.
Beam rifle maximum output. Maximum output. I have lots of cat right now. I am quite covered in cat. And we get along very well. But you want down. Remember, you only have a number of dragoons before you have to reload. Oh, cat's still staying on me.
Sure, let's go ahead.
It is adorable. I was gonna say that's probably far too overpowered here.
Yeah, but I also kind of just want to see it. I've got a resupplier over by them.
And you haven't used the combination attack many times in either game. And you aren't likely to use it much after this.
That feels wrong.
What?
That. Dodging.
It is, after all, a piece of junk. Literally. Not figuratively like a Leo is.
No, a Leo isn't a piece of junk. It's a piece of scrap.
And yet somehow, for the start of Z3, you get hero and duo in Leos.
Yeah, because that happened.
It's just the fact that by the time...
Their mobile suits were en route to the sun.
No, it's just the fact that by
Ow.
that point in time, by the time of Endless Waltz, they were still using Leos.
Technically they weren't.
That seems like a better option to me.
Yeah. Wrong one.
They're using the sad one still. Is that right?
Yeah.
Have to wait until Z3 to get Pride as the theme. It's far more fitting. I definitely think that Ignition and Pride are better than the theme they use for this one, which is the Final Seed Destiny theme.
Hmm.
How would the Twin Buster rifle look?
If I were one down... No. No?
I'll leave it up to you, my good man. That hits quite a few. If only you had soul.
And hits her.
And she doesn't get to counter.
Of course, because I picked her as the target, it's using her theme.
Well, you crushed a lot of space junk.
Hero Yui's real good at destroying junk.
Amongst other things.
It's right there in his job description.
No, you're thinking of Sosuke Sagara there. Who the hell are you? I'm just here to take out the trash. Since that does actually happen.
It's taunting me.
444, number of death. Yes, for those who do not know, much like how Western countries have 666, the number of the beast, the Japanese have an unlucky number, and that is 444. It is considered to be the number of death.
She.
Because one of the Japanese words for four, shi, sounds like the Japanese word for death. Shi. Written completely differently, but sound the same.
The same she that is in Shinigami, I believe.
Yes. That is correct. Because Shinigami, Reaper, God of Death, literally God of Death. And yet because content translation policies do always instead refer to as the Reaper. To be fair, that is a lot shorter and catchier in English.
And Reapers are typically shown with scythes.
And Death the Grim Reaper. But shortening. If only the moon was out. Damn it! Even if you guys were trying to put down a coup d'etat, you went way too far! Are you saying you lost bastards don't care about civilian sacrifices?
No, they don't.
I know.
Shocking.
Truly.
Oh, right, you have map attack.
Not a particularly good one, but it is one. Seraphim Separation Attack. Remember to beat up the Atomon.
Which one's the Atomon?
The Giga Atomon.
Oh yeah, it's mostly dead. It's halfway dead.
I'm just saying, remember not to let it heal any further. Sword Macross Cannon on a piece of space junk. If only you had the MDs.
It's actually got a pretty good skill set. But now it's time for this to die.
She hit the coup de Seb's moon. You all... This is the time to be doing stupid stuff like this. Like that? Just shut up and listen to my song! Hot blood.
Finally.
Nekibasara is now as hot-blooded as his name would imply.
I really wish you could deal damage to these by singing at them.
No, do not try and sing at the falling rubble.
But it would actually make sense!
Oh, it wouldn't!
Yeah. You have no idea how ridiculously loud his speakers are.
Bleeding ears.
I'm amazed people don't get their ears damaged more often by having a speaker shoved into their cockpit.
They probably do, it's just they didn't show that. You're running out of energy on a lot of units here.
I know.
Malzin Kaiser SKL and Get a Rope Armageddon haven't been used together? Probably just because they don't use SKL much.
Yeah, I was going to say it's probably because SKL is not used particularly frequently.
It might be interesting to see, since
They both seem have the super edgy going for them.
I don't know much about SKL, but I know that the protagonists of it looked a lot more like condemned criminals or crazy people than even Hoji Kabuto, so...
Wait a second, I'm sorry. These are using energy? They're
They're
using energy to
flying!
fly.
They're flying, therefore they count as using energy in the game's code. They didn't want to break the code just for this one thing, okay?
Oh no, I fully get where it's coming from.
Move, Crowe.
Yeah, if I move Crowe, that's a decent attack.
And it's more kills for the Macross, who could use them.
What is the shape of this? Okay.
1, 3, 5.
In other words, if I put it here, I can at least get 3 kills. I think. God, I need energy on everyone. Crow's doing okay, but...
That's because he's got energy regen.
Oh, they actually are criminals!
Yep. Yeah, I thought I'd seen that the pilots of Mazinkai's Rescale were condemned criminals, but couldn't fully remember that, so I was hedging my bets. Well, I mean, if you're going to have someone pilot a super dangerous super weapon that's highly likely to kill whoever's in it, why not use condemned criminals as test subjects? At least that's, probably what the government thought. On the other hand, there's the if they survive, they've got their hands on a super powerful super robot. But who cares about that? It'll be fine, right?
What are the odds of them surviving, anyway?
Ha 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 ha. Never a good idea. But it's what they did. Vulcans plus Vulcans. Good enough. You're just running away from Maryland now.
Oop. Oh, because it's the first time I actually targeted one.
You don't have any right to bring peace. Well, they don't.
Who's left?
Well, I mean, you still have the turn A, which will be getting very angry here. OVA and manga. No. I haven't played any of the series which have Mazinkai's Rescale, so I don't know.
Well, you will soon enough, I think.
Possibly. I do believe that UX, BX use SKL. I believe UX has SKL but not original, and then BX has both. SKL and, Impact.
I was going to say Impact. Because they hardly ever use original Mazinger anymore.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's old. It probably hasn't aged that well.
Koji Kabuto dies in lava.
I was going to say, and then there's also the whole, Mazinger itself is not
Fine,
so.
I've got nothing better to do right now.
Mazinger is in need of upgrades, and, the Impact just happens to give some nice upgrades for him. So.
Oh, it's the wrong one.
Big Bang
I'm trying to
Punch.
Planet Dance. Oh well.
Totsugeki Love Heart is fine.
Yeah, nothing.
No effect. No effect. Keep going, turn A. And yet you're just going to stick Quattro in there.
Yes. Because Quattro Vegeta is a new type, and the Hyakushiki is not particularly good.
Orgus Tackle plus Orgus Missile. Yes. Yeah, considering that Mazinger Z Infinity is a direct continuation of the original. Yeah, they do use the original Mazinger, but it's not the original Mazinger bits, because that's... I don't know. Are you watching, Hercule? This is the result of the battle you started. What the melee has to do is protect people from these kinds of tragedies. Thank you, Sergei. Miliardo, you didn't do squat there.
Oh yes, in case anyone's wondering, we are I'm sorry if we say the wrong names, or say different names repeatedly.
He's noticed that often when I'm translating names that I don't know particularly well, it will be said multiple ways, like Cathalon, Catharon, blah blah blah.
Crowburst, Crowblues, Crowbers.
Well, for that one in particular, it's the LR thing, and I don't have a hard set.
I believe it's supposed to be Bruce.
It's not one of the things where there's a full official to go by that I know well. Unlike, say, Kira Yamato and Athranzala.
Oh god, how hard would Athranzala's name be to determine what it is?
Asuran.
No, the last name bit, I mean.
Zara. Well, I mean, that's just RL.
It feels like it should be harder than that.
No. It's Athran. Asuran Zara.
Ah, there we go. This is the reason I love the Epion, so...
The Epion Beam Saber?
Yes. Because it's one of, like, maybe 3 beam sabers I can think of that connect directly to the main power source. The only other instance of this I can actually think of is...
Oh, fun.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I should be able to survive one.
Yeah. It's been a while, Bill Wobbly. Isn't that new machine of yours nice? Even if you didn't say so, Li-Brasta is the greatest partner I could have. Aw, are you saying that I'm not your greatest partner? Leave the jokes at that, monster. Let's see. You're the only reason I became terrified of women. Let's see. But now I'm back then, I don't have the time to hang around here. Get out of my way! Sin of leaving Firebug. Pay for it with your life. Think of this as your invitation to hell. Bloomin' hell!
Yeah, you're certifiably insane.
Yeah.
50% hit to hit.
Should be able to survive a single one. Especially because Super Robot version. Marilyn, you're the only one I didn't want to meet. Counting on you, CDS. Spigot full boost.
My god, he speaks mostly in English. At least here.
VX Maximum Blaze!
Not drive?
No. Because the Maximum Blaze is what he does there. Because that's also his map attack. Some part of that.
I'm sure he would have at least some witty insult like that. We'll get him after the rat split.
Yes. Ryoma and the Black Gutter will be arriving soon. Watch out! More fragments are falling!
Oh god.
It never ends. And now...
Oh god. Oh, that's why Moonlight Butterfly.
There are way too many! At this rate...
I'm gonna be back in a moment.
Soshi, please get away from the white doll. Lauren, don't tell me you're gonna... I'm going to release the white doll seal. Lauren! You... Princess Diana. swore that I would never use that again and sealed it away until today. But I'm going to use the Moonlight Butterfly to save everyone! That was incredible. Took out all those fragments in a single instant? What the hell was that? The Moonlight Butterfly system. It was way too dangerous, so that it had been sealed away. This mysterious feeling. Somewhere inside me. Do I have memories about that? But, Lauren, didn't you promise Princess Diana you wouldn't do that again? But I broke that promise. But I don't regret it. If I wind up meeting Princess Diana again, that time I'll take any punishment she has. Lauren suck. What? I can hear a song? What are you saying, Setsuna? Who? That's a good song. Lauren Sack. Princess Diana? What? Is Princess Diana sending something? So that means the Queen's somewhere here? Princess Diana, well done, Lauren. Princess? How about you? See, I'm certain that you must have been incredibly worried about breaking your promise to me. See. However, the fact that you were able to work up the resolve in order to reutilize the Moonlight Butterfly greatly pleases me. Truly, entrusting you with the White Doll was the right decision. Princess Diana. Be proud, Lauren Sack.
Sack.
See.
How is this name pronounced?
See. For someone like you who understands what's most important, and I think the White Doll will be used well. In the name of the Princess Diana Soleil, I bestow the Butterfly of the Moon to you once more. Yes. I'll be sure to use it well. I await the day when we can meet once more. Princess Diana. I know you're pretty happy. We've still got a bunch of problems left, Lauren. The fact that she was able to make contact so instantly means she must be nearby. Haha, for that Queen's sake as well. Oh, we gotta do what we can. I'll do everything I can since the princess believed in me. Let's go, White Doll! Protect everyone! So, don't let Alleluia or Lauren die. Destroy all pillar fragments. And now, you have access to the Moonlight Butterfly. Pierces barriers, ignores size, armor down. And Moonlight Butterfly map version.
Okay. Yeah, that's...
A butterfly.
Yeah.
But you don't have enough energy to use it.
I was gonna say... The energy restore one is over here.
Yep. I was going to say you could go ahead and fire off one Moonlight Butterfly first.
I can at least destroy this thing. It would appear his name is pronounced Seiyaku.
Seiyaku.
Seiyaku. In Japan?
Yeah. Everyone, please fall back. I'm going to activate the Moonlight Butterfly. Don't make the Turn-A angry!
If you're talking about ridiculous weapons, the Moonlight Butterfly is definitely one of them.
Yep.
It turned everything from Earth to Jupiter, I believe.
Back to the Dark Ages.
All electronics turned back into silicon, I think it is.
Armor down. As if it mattered. Do 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 do. You
Don't
mind
have
anything
will,
like
thanks
that, do you,
to-
kitty? This cat does not mind dancing.
Not enough will, you say?
You're a silly cat, Claire.
Tatsugaki love heart.
And I love you. Even if you're maybe old and somewhat smelly. Yes, be very careful because the turn A will hit allies. So, the cat who got his tail slammed in the door, we actually had him come on a bit earlier. His tail appears to be healing pretty well, as he may actually have sensations back in the tip of it, so...
Your cat.
Did she drool on you?
I don't know if that's drool or snot, but...
She's a very old cat. Almost
Something
as old as you.
Something went flying.
Cats will be cats. But yes,
Go ahead,
our little
Kit
black
Kats.
paw cat he's doing pretty well. Well, little is not the word for him.
He's over 15 pounds.
He's quite large. But
He is, in fact, an absolute unit.
He seems to be well on the way to recovery, without having to be taken into the doctor, so that's a good thing.
Go ahead and give this one as well. And now, Ace.
Well done, Shin. Plus 20% dodge, and plus 10% damage on counterattacks. Yes, Behemoth Cat.
Yeah. That is definitely an applicable word.
Well, as applicable as it can be.
I mean, how often do you get to
You are
call things
snagged.
behemoths?
Not much unless you are playing Final Fantasy.
Even then, it's not that frequent. Because most of the time, you don't want to go up against the behemoth.
Usually. Behemoths tend to be tough to face, but... I'm just thinking about World of Final Fantasy and the baby behemoth. You probably have some ideas on what this grows up into. Those ideas are perfectly correct.
World of Final Fantasy is amusing.
At
Hopefully
the
it'll
very
actually
least,
get
the
its sequel.
translators had a good time doing all of the descriptions.
Hopefully it will actually get its sequel. Because they were planning on making a sequel after the first game, after it released originally. But then they didn't get good enough sales.
And so then they had the port with a secret movie teasing a sequel. And who knows? It's fun on Switch. Or are you going to fall over, Claire?
She doesn't have the best balance.
It's also that she's standing on the uneven surface, which is my legs. You are definitely a
Barrier
crazy cat,
punch.
but... Crazy, but good. The only problem is Sergei Smirnov. Destroy that one to the right.
I was gonna say, I don't think it'll kill, though. It will with this, though!
Force Impulse Beam Saber.
Lunamaria, you're kind of worthless anyway. It's not bad to hope it, but it's not gonna happen, I don't think.
Sergei Smirnov.
It's not bad if he dies, right?
Not great, but not horrible. Yes, it would be nice to see more 3DS ports.
I highly doubt it, if for nothing other than looking at the models.
Oh hey, he survived. Well done, Sergei Smirnov. We're very pleased you survived. Well done, kitty. Oh, Karadim, if only you had better post-movement options. Shoot through all energy you have.
Just because I'm curious.
You have destroyed 106 units. Some of those have got to be dimensional beasts, though.
Yeah. Because I haven't gotten the SR point acquired yet.
Yeah. Yeah, it probably is unlikely that the 3DS Super Robot Wars games will make it to Switch, but you never know.
We'd be more likely to see... You know, I actually wonder about that.
What?
What are the Switch ports of the Super Robot Wars games?
They have...
Are they ports of the PC versions, or are they ports of the Vita versions?
The PC versions are more recent, remember?
Right. So, probably Vita. Could be PS3.
Could be.
But I'd be willing to hedge my bets on it being Vita.
At least for VNX. T was probably designed to be capable of it from the beginning.
And Switch is probably where most of the games will be designed for from now on.
For a while, at least. Since, I mean, they don't need huge amounts of processing power. For super crazy graphics and the like. They just need the memory for all sorts of units.
And also, handheld gaming is a lot more popular in Japan.
Yeah, you know, just take your Switch on the train with you. Like I saw in multiple points. It is nice to be able to do. Yeah, it does say a lot that they didn't make a single... Well, I don't know, it says a lot when Bandai Namco didn't make a single Wii U Super Robot Wars game because, well, the Wii U never really sold well anywhere that much, from what I know. Which is sad, but meh. Because the Wii U did have a couple of really good games on it. Games that are really underappreciated, like Tokyo Mirage Sessions. But hey, Tokyo Mirage Sessions is getting a Switch port now. And that's a very nice thing.
As you may guess by the levels. Commander level 4 obtained.
Ah. Well done. As expected of ZEXIS. Well, at any rate, my mission's done for now. So long as I'm able to hand over the data on ZEXIS I was able to gather, everything will be fine. You running away, Marilyn? Don't look so angry, little Bobbly. After all... Oh, if you get angry, I'll have to take you on for real. After all, the prince right now is a bit scary. I'm looking forward to what happens from here on out. And Salam, to think that you... It's a method like that. Looks like they're getting serious about this war. This is gonna get a lot more troublesome. That it will.
Oh, I've still got the Aquarian.
Accelerate. Accelerate. Commandor level 4 is helpful. That strikes me as a dangerous move.
Deal with that. A bit of lost experience, but no great harm.
As the debris keeps descending. Haven't aced the Aquarian yet, have you?
No. Should be this turn, though. I believe.
If only it had a map attack like the Aquarian of All does.
Yeah.
Cluster Mugen Punch.
No, can't do it this turn.
Sadly. Out of curiosity, how many turns has it been? 5.
5. 5?
Yep.
Oh
5
god, it's been an hour and a half.
Well, I mean, a lot of the times been eaten up by just the debris moving.
Yeah, that has been quite a bit more time than I would want it to be.
But you've gotten a lot of kills. For a lot of units that need them. It's almost a waste to use a fin funnel on that. SR point acquired.
SR point acquired.
SR point acquired.
Oh, that actually killed. Is the Nirvash actually strong?
Could be.
Or is it just that those things are insanely weak?
They are insanely weak, but at the same time, the rush has got to be, you know, decent. Let's see. Yeah, next chapter we'll get the Yakushiki, so. So that will be nice. You'll get the glorious Captain Quattro. Lieutenant Quattro?
Lieutenant.
Bad idea.
If I get him out, it's a good idea.
Because Hero's super dodgy?
Yeah, as long as I throw this on, it'll be a 0% hit chance.
Alright, Moonlight Butterfly. Yep. Don't make the turn A angry! Being dodgy is good.
It's because full zero system. And true full zero system. Oh.
The VX Caliber looks pretty good.
Yeah, let's just rocket punch.
Reap Magnacle. Did you only get a single ace this stage?
Yes. Partially because Hero Yui, and partially because most of my people were all that I was working with were already aced.
Looks like we were able to take care of it somehow, huh? You've succeeded in destroying all of the fragments in this area. As a result, casualties were kept to a minimum. See, even if we say it was a minimum, the African tower was destroyed. Right, and a lot of the civilians living there wound up perishing. Is this the A-Laws? The way the Innovators work? In that case... Zex Marquise. Zex, are you following your own path here? So he's also going to go against the A-Laws, Captain. Pyrrhus. No, you're going by a different name now. I sincerely apologize, Captain Smirnov. I allowed her to get in to pilot a suit this time. Captain! Please, don't be angry with Mr. Alleluia. I understand. And I also understand the fact that you couldn't just sit by quietly in this event. Hercule, huh? Something like this that can't be taken back. Accept it, Hercule. This is the result of your fight. That man, did he know it would become like this? If he did, that man, you weren't the leader of this, organizer of this coup d'etat? What's wrong, Ensign? That unit. Let's see. Recognize the leader of the anti-government force. Come with me, Ensign. Understood. I'm definitely getting their ranks wrong, but that unit! Put down your arms and come with us! Voice. Andrei Smirnov? Andrei? Captain Hercule. What the hell are you doing? Hercule! Be careful, Sergei. Snap. Hercule! Situation. Are you the one who caused it? Wait, Andrei. Father, to think you would stoop to being a terrorist. Even though you killed my father and mother to do against them, you'd start a coup d'etat like this? Wait. And all of your pride as a military man. Captain, at this rate. Stopping. Don't get in the way. Ah! Andrei!
So Andre is a second or first lieutenant, depending on time. And Luisa is a warrant officer.
Okay.
And that should be the death of Sergei.
Yep. Captain! I'm sorry, Andre. I tried to reach out to you after you closed off your heart. What are you saying? Holly, I'm sorry. Captain! Captain Smirnoff! Just... And that is not good. Let's see, the Federation... and Special Observation Room. The African Tower has been destroyed, but the surrounding casualties were kept to a minimum. It's all because of ZEXIS, isn't it? And because they wound up calling it to the surrounding squads. However, the coup d'etat was completely taken care of, and Captain Pong Hercule was eliminated as well. That was just the limit for him. If it was someone with much greater charisma, see, that coup d'etat would have been able to shake even the foundations of the Federation. Your Highness, did you see that this would happen? To a certain degree. The fact that the casualties were kept at a minimum like this can be considered a blessing in the midst of this bad luck. Of course, thinking about what comes after, the fact that this became as large as it was may have been a good thing. A coup d'etat caused by the Federation military. And the violence of the Alaws trying to stop it. Looks as if the situation has changed a bit.
What even is Neo?
Even if I said it, see, I didn't have any sacrifices myself. I didn't have to get involved myself. Since Captain Hercule has died now, there's nothing left connecting me and him. So your plan is advanced a little bit further. Even so, ZEXIS was able to destroy Memento Mori. That was the greatest gain. Are the Alaws going to... let's see. What are the Alaws going to do? Do you think the Alaws are going to actualize that thing at Dorama? They keep on saying that it's unfinished yet. See. After all, we can't allow Nina's efforts wind up going to waste under them, can we? It would be nice if a new wave came through before that happened. But truly, in order to stop the Alaws, we need an even greater power. Yes. If I was to think of it, we would need someone like Treize Kushernada. Are you not the one who would stand at the head, Your Highness? In order to stand against the Alaws, I don't have enough courage. Enough resolve. See, even though I am a Prince of Britannia, I don't intend to be a conqueror. See, I suppose, as someone who lost interest in half the world, I suppose that's fitting for you. That's not quite right, Canon. No, the Emperor who lost interest in half the world. That's not quite right, Canon. After all, the Emperor is looking at things with a different point of view than us. Of course, an incident on this size may even do something to him. Africa. Surroundings of the elevator. Lady Marina. Oh, hi, Lacus. Thanks to the prompt evacuation warning, there weren't any mortal wounds. But the falling fragments wound up inflicting considerable amounts of damage to this area. after losing Azdistan, this city in Africa wound up having the same thing happen. See, what can people like us who've been wounded by this world possibly do? Sing. Huh? You can sing, Lady Marina, along with the children. I heard, Miss Lacus, that song. That song that you created together with the children and filled your heart and filled with your feelings. I thought it was beautiful. Filled with peace and comfort. And above all, it made me think of hope. See, it's precisely because of that song that you were able to calm the hearts of those children who were terrified about the falling fragments. At least, that's what I think. But, are you worried? For someone like me who doesn't want to fight, who actively strives not to fight, is there any meaning in living in this world? After all, there's no point in a world where everyone's fighting, is there? So that's why. Please sing, Lady Marina. In place of me, sing a song that can put everyone to peace. Miss Lacus? I'm traveling this world in search of my own song. Let's see. And I think I know. Right now, what I need to sing is a song of battle. Are you going to fight? Fighting or not fighting? Both of them are correct here. And so, Lady Marina, the songs of peace and comfort, for now, I'll entrust them to you. Yes. It looks like you've made up your mind, Miss Lacus. I'm sorry to keep you waiting, Lady Diana. I won't waver any more. In order to bring back peace to this world, I intend to fight. Well then, let us go. Commander Sandman and Commander Fudo are waiting for us. Kira, I'm going to fight alongside you once more. It's precisely because there are things that can't be taken back other than through battles that I chose this path. People who are singing songs of peace are only those who are still walking that path. Next time we meet, I'll fill my heart with pride and tell you. And so, Kira, right now, I'll just pray that you're safe. Another area there. So what's happening with Mary? Ali is by her side right now. Oh, but it looks like she's still in shock. Oh, come on. The guy she thought of as her father died in front of her eyes. Isn't it obvious? But we were able to keep casualties to a minimum. I think that things would go like this. I can't forgive those Alas and Innovators for doing something like that. That's always the same. Setsuna, we're gonna head off and investigate that block over there. We'll leave things here to you. Understood. Setsuna. Go. Understood. This is the result of the distortions of this world. In that case, that which created us is... Do you intend and pay for it by dying? It's been a while, brat from Crugus. No, guy from Crugus now. Aliel Sarches. Ah, don't move. After all, today I'm just here as a guide for someone who wanted to meet you. Allow me to introduce you. This is my sponsor. My name is Ribbon Zalmark. Just as you imagine, I'm an innovator. The leader of the Innovators that Captain Amuro spoke of. It's been a while, Setsnafse. Or should I say, Soren Ibrahim. That's right. This is your first time meeting me face to face. But it isn't my first time meeting you. I met you a long time ago. Yes. In a small country that used to be known as Crugis. What? A pitiful battlefield where you foolish humans were fighting each other. Back at that time, in the middle of that fight, I saw a young man who was trying to run away with everything he had. From a mobile suit. Yes, from the cockpit of a Gundam. Don't tell me. The Gundam I saw at that time. You were in the O Gundam? Yes, that was me. That armed intervention was the O Gundam's live combat test. At the same time, as it was supposed to be a top secret, I was supposed to eliminate everyone in the area. However, I saved you. See, the O Gundam. That which I saw reflected in your eyes was incredibly glorious. And it wasn't just that. Using Veda, I was able to get you registered as a Gundam Meister candidate. What? Do you want me to thank you? Since your role is over, I thought I'd come here to ask you to give it back. After all, the twin drive in the Zero system Gundams were originally supposed to be mine. I'm sorry, but I refuse! Oh. Don't be like that. You dodged a direct hit, huh? Looks like you've gotten a bit better since last we met. Although, Sarchez, why are you helping the Innovators? Come on. I'm a mercenary. We'll go for whoever's paying us. Is there no reason that you fight? Of course there is. Oh, I don't think you'd be able to understand it. Alright, now. It's about time for the climax. Setsuna! His friends came. Let us leave. I've finished my greetings. Oh, that's how it is, kid from Crugis. We'll meet on the battlefield again. That voice. Oh, the old Sarchez! Come to think of it, you're that sniper who's looking for revenge for his brother, aren't you? You bastard! I'll play around with you at some other time. Is it really fine for you to stay here, Meister? After all, your friend's been injured. Farewell, all of you. Don't you die before I kill you! Setsuna, are you okay? Ribbon Zalmark. Get hold of yourself, Setsuna! Setsuna! Is it you, Captain Quattro? That look. Looks like you were preventing casualties in a different area than me. Are you trying to say we're the same? No. Well then. We'd like for you to lend us your strength. Both of you to lend us your strength. Are you the ones who were following me before? You were able to realize it, were you? You were Special Commander Oz, Quattro Bagino of Oz, and Captain Zex Marquis. No. Allow me to call you Miliardo Peacecraft. Who are you? I apologize for the late introductions. I am a part of the revolutionary group the White Fang that was founded in order to liberate the colonies. My name is Carnes. What do you want from us? You're asking us to become allies in order to revolutionize the Earth? Exactly right. As you saw from this failed coup d'etat, see, the Allies attempt to eliminate anyone who is viewed as a potential enemy. In order to prevent that, we need strength. And what do you intend to offer me? Leoto Peacecraft. We'd like for you to come out to space once more, along with your Gundam. Gundam? The Gundams are a symbol of revolution. We need both you and your Gundam. Alright, and that's the end of that stage.
And now the top ace has been changed.
Hero. So, tomorrow we will wind up picking up Captain Quattro and the Hyakushiki. But for today, we're going to go ahead and say farewell. I hope that all of you have enjoyed this, and that things have gone pretty well.
Yep.
So, I hope you all have a good day, and we'll look forward to seeing you all tomorrow.
See you.